Well, holy shit. Look at that. What's going on, everybody? And welcome on into Unsportsmanlike Conduct, episode number 98. I got Timmy T right on over here. Timmy T, what's up, sir? How's life?
About fucking time. That's all I'm going to say. It's about goddamn time. Look, we got to stop having lives and doing stuff. You know, we got to stick to the focus, which should be this show and this network. I'm tired of having a life bullshit. Doing things bullshit.
Lives. How's it going, Timmy?
I still don't believe this guy. I still don't believe he's back. I think it's like a fucking optical illusion or something. Yeah, I'm all right. Everything's hunky dory. I guess
we sprung for that high-end technology to get the hologram of.
It's hologram Dave. I knew it. I knew it was hologram Dave.
I was
everything else. Producer Dave.
Steve had the company run a dedicated fiber connection to his apartment for his internet, so he could be here with us.
No, this is AI right. Dave. This is AI.
AI Dave.
I'm still in the middle of the ocean, guys. That's what you really don't know.
How can I find this so I can share?
All right, let's get right on down here to Ant. I'm gonna go to Ant here. What's going on, sir?
I feel like I haven't seen or talked to you guys, even though I talk to you guys basically every day, in months. It feels like it's been forever, even though we were all texting today. every day. So
every day.
It's not a once in a while thing. Yeah, it's good to be back. We have a lot of stuff's covered.
At least 4 hours worth of stuff.
Absolutely.
So I was thinking 4.5 easy.
And of course, we got a returning face here. We've been teasing the return. Well, we thought maybe it was going to happen a couple times, and was it a tease? We were teasing ourselves at that point. Melo, what's up, sir? Welcome on back to the show.
Thank you, gentlemen. It feels good to be back. It's been a long time. I don't remember the last time I was on the show, like as a full-time participant, so it feels good in the new crib, in the new home. So ready to get things rolling.
I like it a lot. As Ant was saying, a lot to cover. We got Eastern Conference Finals to talk about in both the NHL and the NBA. We got the Stanley Cup Finals coming up. We got the NBA Finals coming up. There's a lot of stuff going on. We got WNBA talk. Tim is chomping at the bit for this one.
Do we
talk about the WNBA?
Yes. I figured we would also cover the Western Conference Finals too, not leave them out.
Wait, I actually know what's going on.
Screw the West.
I actually know what's going on in the WNBA, so I'm actually excited.
So that means it's working. Everything's working.
Well, I can't. Let me rephrase. I know the rookie girl is getting the shit beat out of her every game. That's all I know.
Hi, mate. What's going on, sir? Happy birthday. Happy belated. I think it was yesterday, sir.
Happy belated.
Yeah. So we got wide receivers getting paid astronomical amount of money in the NFL. We got a new deal in the NBA, and I feel like there's an opportunity for this network to grab a certain show away from the NBA that's not going to be a show anymore.
I thought we were keeping that under wraps, but we were in the bidding for that one, but I guess
there's no bidding.
Out of the bag
we're
now.
way up ahead on this thing.
Negotiations.
Bring my boy Negan to the negotiations. All right. I'll again, a lot to get to in the next 90 minutes. Let's do it. Laughing that I did leave out the entire Western Conference there. In the opening.
We're just going to cover the Eastern.
Screw the West.
We're saving the West for hour 4.
Yeah. Oh man! All right, so that's a tease of all teases. That's That's a mega tease. All right. So let's jump on in. Let's get into the Eastern Conference Finals in the NHL. Let's start in the NHL. Get that shit the fuck out of the way. Timmy, we'll start with you on this one. I know you had some stuff to say and that you want to say about Rangers and the Panther series from the Eastern Conference Finals in the NHL.
There's really not much to say. I mean, I'd love to come out and make excuses and scream and yell and and throw stuff at Dave on the screen, but there's really no excuse. The Panthers outplayed the Rangers from fucking game 2 on. It was not even close. It was quite shameful, actually, to be honest with you. They outskated them, everything. I mean, the Rangers. If it wasn't for Shesterkin, I said this in our chat, and a couple fucking shorthanded goals, we would have got swept. Panarin, nowhere to be found.
I should have gone to game 6, just saying.
I thought Panarin was hurt, and then I heard him say, "Oh, there's Panarin." I said, "He's playing?" I thought he was scratched for like half the series. No, he was out there. He just sucked balls. So I hit between him and Zibanejad and how many other countless Rangers. Not you can even hear their names being mentioned. I mean, good for the Panthers. I mean, I'm not rooting for the Panthers, but good for them. They were the better team. They're the deeper team. There's not much more you can say. The Rangers got some shit they got to pull through. I don't know if they got tired, if they blew their wad in the previous series, but they got outplayed, outshone. So congrats, Florida. Go Edmonton now. I'm all about the Canadians.
And wasn't Trouba playing with a broken ankle?
Trouba's got a broken ankle from the beginning of the year, and me and Ant were just talking about it. I don't know. Like I said, hockey players are different, but
they're never healthy.
No, if you could throw someone out there, I thought maybe because there was a lot of plays where he just got like deep, like it was like there was no tomorrow.
Right.
Like he was getting the guy was going around him like he wasn't even there. I don't know. Yes, he's tough. Yes, he out there and played. I mean, I can't even. My toe hurts and I want to stay in bed all day. So I'm not gonna even fault the guy for playing. But what are you gonna do, Dave? I'll congrats you right now live on the air. But yeah, they outclassed the Rangers. That's all I can say. I'm not gonna sit here and make excuses.
Thank you. I appreciate that. God, this mic is terrible. Well,
don't worry. While you were out,
you muted yourself.
Well, yeah, you did. While you were out, Anthony did most of a show without his microphone. It's just because it was kind of like saying hi to him up here.
Yeah.
This is the microphone, and it was just up here for the entire show.
Oh wait.
And then I was like, "Hey, where's her microphone?"
That happened.
It was good times.
Well, thank you, Timmy. It was a great series, honestly. Like both teams put up a hell of a fight. The Rangers are a tough team, man. Your guys' goaltender, he kept you guys in so many of those games. It was incredible. Like I think it does attribute to that they were tired because, man, the Panthers were just putting shot after shot after shot after shot. Then I was like, damn, like I was worried. I was like, man, I don't know if we're gonna be able to come through with this, especially going down 2-1. But I will say one thing: you guys put up a hell of a fight. Mad respect for the Rangers. Boss, thank you for not going to Game 6. I truly appreciated that. I'll take that as my late birthday gift and welcoming back gift. The only thing I'm gonna say, and I'm not one to really curse on here, but I will say, fuck you, Rempe, you mother-loving guy, because I could not stand this guy the entire series. Like, just trying to hurt our guys on purpose. Like, come on now.
He barely played.
They were all clean hits. All clean hits.
All clean hits.
It's
also
in that series. In that series, I don't remember many dirty hits.
23 minutes of a possible like 400. Like he barely played.
But when he was out there, again, I forgot what game it was. It might have been like game.
When he was out there, if it was longer than 30 seconds, he was getting abused defensively.
It was pretty cool to see him live though.
He literally was going right into he wasn't even going for the puck. He was just
Dave,
he's a Tasmanian devil.
He's a goon, Dave. That's what he's supposed to do. He's a goon.
I know, but still, fuck that guy.
The WWE guy. Remember the goon?
He's a goon.
I would argue that it probably was a mistake burning a roster spot on him for that many games. You can only
Yeah.
dress
I agree.
18 skaters, and to dress him every game and him only play 4 or 5 minutes, like that's a waste of a roster spot, especially in a situation like that where they're struggling to score. Rangers scored 12 goals in 6 games. If you're not struggling to score, like you can't have a player.
5 in game 3.
Exactly. So that means
Yeah,
they had
you gotta-
7 in the other 5 games.
And he can't.
Oh.
He was only overtime. You can't play him. You can't play him with
No.
the last 5 minutes. You can't. So I said it was a waste. It really was a waste.
He would. There was one game, I don't remember which one it was, but he was in there with 3 minutes to go in the third.
And the
game
Panthers,
5.
the Panthers were smart.
game
Don't
5.
forget, they were instigating the shit out of him because they knew he's going to retaliate. It was a smart way to do it. Now they were like, "All right, sit down. Sit down, goon. You can't play now until we have at least a 3-goal lead. Then you can go out there and fight somebody if you want."
I don't like him. Point is that was the point. Fuck that guy.
I didn't get that from your statement. I didn't get that you possibly didn't like him.
He's definitely one of those. I hate that guy until he puts my team jersey on. Oh, I fucking love this guy.
Yeah. Yes.
He's your Draymond Green.
He's our goon. Our big 20-year-old goon.
And
Well,
he's
when I
masked
went
to, I think it was next to was it Lombard, and just the difference in like stature. I was like, Jesus Christ, this guy's gonna kill him.
Big boy. When I went to game 3, I said, even if the Rangers are going to lose the series, let this be the best game of the series.
You didn't say that. Don't lie.
I did. I did. At least listen, because when you're going to go to a game like that and you're going to spend that kind of money, it's the devil and the angel on the shoulders battling each other. Gotta give list pros and cons. We're at Empire State Building. That's right, Carolyn.
Stop it. How
That's
do you
right.
like Rempe, but you don't like what was Vogie for the Mets? It's like mind-boggling to me.
That's not nearly the same thing.
Logie's out there fighting people, running people
Yeah, but
over.
Vogie was out there, making plays,
Not
entertaining
hustling to
Making
first
plays.
base,
games.
striking out.
Me and Timmy witnessed him put the team on his back one game and just go out there and win.
Yeah.
And I can't even argue that because that was true in that game that we watched together.
All right. Any other thoughts on this series?
Yeah.
It sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give one stat about this series that I thought was the most interesting stat I had heard. And I will continue this stat later when we get into the finals preview. The defensive pairing for the Panthers of Gustav Forsling and Aaron Ekblad, they've been a pairing most of the season. Some might even say the best defensive pairing statistically in hockey this year. In this series, they played a majority of their minutes. I don't have the exact minute count, but they played more of their minutes against Artemi Panarin, Chris Kreider, and Mika Zibanejad than they did any other people on the ice. During 5-on-5 play with any of those 3 players on the ice, they did not allow a single goal, which is one of the most impressive stats that I've ever seen. And I will continue on that stat later when we get to the finals talk. But that was the one thing I want to throw out there. I thought defensively, Florida just played spectacular. And the way that they have, it's funny because Peter Laviolette's long been called like a dump and chase coach. Like a lot of his offensive schemes is just dump the puck and chase it. And what Paul Maurice has done with the Panthers and the way that they dump and chase the puck and forecheck is unbelievable. It's like the best dump. Usually a dump and chase team is like very boring to watch and stuff like that. And I don't know how, but the Panthers have found a way to make it like very entertaining and interesting and are really good at it.
I have never seen a forecheck like that. Never.
Oh my gosh. It's relentless. It's relentless.
That's why every game was fucking nerve-wracking because I was like, Jesus, they're everywhere. It looked like it was 10-on-5. That's what it looked like at times.
And they never look tired. The Panthers don't look tired at any point in that series.
Nope.
Even
But
double
we talk about the
overtime
Rangers.
games and
Talk about the Rangers looking tired and playing tired, but they had more shorthanded goals than power play goals.
Yeah,
that killed me every single time. But yeah, give it to I would say that was definitely really big on their defense. Like what did it end up being like the final stat? They only gave up like 25 out of 26 power play goal, or didn't give up 25 out of 26?
They've given up 1 power play goal this postseason. Oh, 2
Yeah.
power play goals this postseason. Sorry.
Yeah, like their percentage is ridiculous right now. That defense stepped up huge.
The Rangers scoring was so bad that when Florida went on the power play, I was like, yes, we can score now. Like, yes, we're gonna fucking here it comes, baby. Short-handed goal coming
right
up.
where we wanted you.
Got him where we want him now.
Yeah, the Rangers had 1 power play goal in the series. I believe it was from Artemi Panarin, and they had 2 shorthanded. And I believe both of those were from one was Barclay Goodrow, and the other was Chris Kreider. And on the other side, where is it? I just lost it. Sorry. Here it is. The Panthers had 5 power play goals, and no shorties, but 5 power play goals to 1 is a brutal differential for a series.
Yep.
That's right. All right. Well, that's enough of this one. Let's remember the West this time. What
Not
else
about the series.
Okay.
It's I have some Rangers questions. I have some questions. So I'm a hockey guy, so I'm required to ask these questions.
We're gonna talk about off-season stuff and
kind of a little bit. It's serious questions though. So I have some questions regarding the construction of the team. Capo Caco, former top, who's the 2nd overall pick, right? 3rd overall. I don't remember. I'm being serious. I'm not trying to be
2nd.
Capo Caco scratched for part of the series. Is he a Ranger next year?
No.
So he thinks okay. I agree with both.
They were shopping him at the deadline. They were shopping him at the deadline.
I agree. I think he's gone. And my other question is, Igor Shesterkin is eligible for a contract extension July 1. He is under contract next year, but he's eligible for an extension. How high, if you're the Rangers, how high are you willing to go to keep him in New York?
Well, money wise?
Yeah.
I don't know hockey money. Like what? I don't know what's hockey
money. The highest paid goaltender in hockey is Sergei Bobrovsky, the Panthers goalie. He makes $10 million a year.
Okay.
He is the only goalie that's I don't think there's another goalie above 9 actually. I think 8, 7, 5 is,
baby.
So
Christian McCaffrey out there, baby.
So Elliot Friedman on his podcast was saying he'd be shocked if Shesterkin's extension comes in below 10.
No, it's the Rangers for Christ's sake. Then yeah, he's getting at least 10. At least 10.
Okay.
At least.
I agree. You got to pay to keep him. It's just a matter of will he take maybe a little bit less to help roster construction wise going forward?
I sure as hell hope so.
When asked about if he was talking extension with the Rangers, his response was, "I don't speak English." He did say it in a joke. He did say it in a joking manner, so don't fret. He did laugh about it, but that was his comment when asked about it.
That's his inside joke, because when the ref was yelling at him, he said the same thing. I don't speak English.
Yeah,
perfect English.
I love that he has a personality like that. I wish we could hear from goalies more often. I hear a lot of them are pretty funny.
Mic him up.
So,
Mic him up.
I would love it.
Why
and
not?
Real quick, we can say about anything that we're going to talk about, but I'm living in New York. I'm going to say, fuck the New York media and all these shows. I can't stand any of them.
It's terrible.
Because I mean, all of them. I hate. You can name one. I'll tell you how much I fucking hate every one of these shows.
They're all bad.
I had like 3 clips of them shitting on Shesterkin through the first half of the season. Again, did he play great the first half? No, but they were saying he is not an NHL goalie. The Rangers not going to go anywhere. I mean, they shit on him. And now all of a sudden, you got to pay the man. They go, shut the fuck up. They're doing this all year. They get paid to be negative. They get paid to talk about the negative. I mean, even the Yankees who are in first place right now. Well, Rizzo can't hit for shit. That's what you're going to talk about? That's what you're going to talk about. After Juan Soto hits a fucking game-winning home run, Anthony Rizzo is only batting 140. Shut the fuck up, you idiots! I can't do it no more. So fuck them. That's it. Rant over.
The hate that Shesterkin was getting early in the year, and he did struggle early in the year. And then I want to say, was it just before the All-Star break? He took the crease back from Jonathan Quick, and then he just took off after that. He was basically like the best goalie in hockey. Yeah, a few games before the All-Star break, he was amazing from then on. So I mean, it's got to give their general manager credit for bringing in a veteran like Quick with so much playoff experience and that kept their season. I mean, obviously they still finished they won the President's Trophy, but they don't sniff a President's Trophy without what Quick gave them early in the year when Shesterkin was struggling a little bit, and that's not a bad thing. The days of goalies starting 70 games, like those days don't exist anymore in the NHL. So,
yes, Raul, yes. Fuck these guys. I don't listen to any of them anymore.
God. Every time I look at
Juan, clips,
not to change to Juan Soto, but every time I look at his stats, my God, he is fucking killing it.
We're on hockey, guys.
All right, sorry, hockey. Back to hockey. Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, take it, Ant. Go West.
Edmonton
Stars and Oilers. Who? By the way, let's take a quick time out here to talk about playoff prediction records.
Oh, here we go.
I thought you were gonna have like a sponsorship. I'm like, oh,
Melo's time to shine.
So
Melo left the show and we got sponsored.
Yeah, I was like, damn, how long have I been gone?
In the NHL, Dave went third. Well, so far, one more series to go. 13-1.
Wow. What's the one he lost?
The one he lost was
At
one that we all lost, and that was the Islanders.
Oh, Islanders.
I don't know how any of us picked the Islanders. I think like we were like mistaken or something on that one.
I don't know
how I looked at that and I was like, how did any of us pick the Islanders? What were we thinking? And that was against the Hurricanes too, right? And like the Hurricanes were like really good. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking when I did that one.
Ant
11-3. New York was back.
Not the Islanders.
I don't know.
I went 10-4 and Timmy 8-6. That's
I know.
Hockey side.
This is still football bad. My year's not over yet. The rest of this year, football starts my rebirth. So okay, I'll take it. Just a bad year for me.
All right, Ant. Hit up Edmonton and Dallas, and then we'll look at our NBA playoff records.
Yeah, do we need to? The Edmonton Oilers finished off the Dallas Stars in 6 games, which is really, I don't know. It feels weird. It feels like this Oilers team's been in these spots so many times over the last several years, and they just find a way not to get over the hump. So it felt really weird to like them actually get over the hump, especially with all the goaltending issues they were having in the last round. But since Stuart Skinner was benched and reinserted in the lineup, he actually has a .92 or a 920 save percentage, which is pretty solid. I mean, it's not what Bob or Igor were doing, but it's up there. It's a solid save percentage. So
stupid Bob,
don't hate on Bob. He's an old man.
Huey Magoo's though. I tried Huey Magoo's for the first time ever. Chicken spot. It was pretty good. What?
Stop.
I don't know what this is.
Huey Magoo's chicken spot.
It's the major sponsor now of
Huey Magoo's.
What did I say? Hugh?
You said it very quickly. I don't think there was an E in there at the end of there.
Huey's.
It's Hugh Magoo. It's all right. It's okay.
That's sorry. I'm from Brooklyn.
It's all good.
My deficiency.
They're okay. They're just like all these other chicken spots.
Well, maybe it was
no different.
The 3 beers I had before, it tasted better. So
I was slightly intoxicated before I went to have fried chicken and potatoes. Couldn't figure out why I liked it so much.
And at Huey Magoo's, they have Voodoo Ranger. I had that too. I was walking. I didn't have anywhere to drive to.
You walked there?
At the arena.
Oh, at the arena. I'm like, what the hell is he talking? You live near a Huey McWare.
This is inside of the arena.
Eddie, No Floridian says, "Hey, I just walked up the street to this restaurant or this corner store."
They have standalone stores as well. There's actually several of them up here in Central Florida. They're okay. They're just like every other chicken place. I don't.
All right, Oilers and Stars, 90 minutes.
You want me to go 90 minutes on Oilers Stars? Give me 1 second.
just
I got you. Just give me a second. We're gonna break down each game in depth.
Period by period.
Highlights queued up and everything. This is perfect. I'm gonna pull out the teleprompter and draw out the plays. I'm gonna John Madden this one,
Statcast
guys.
up. Yeah.
And then
Boom.
Connor McDavid came down the middle and boom, goal.
That was impressive. Jeez.
Oh yeah, Connor McDavid had one of the filthiest goals I think I've ever seen against like 4 Stars players at once somehow. It's amazing to me how he just has a highlight reel with the whole team in it. Stars and All-Star game. Yeah, I mean, it really looked. Both series started the exact same way. Edmonton wins game 1 in their series. Florida wins game 1 in theirs, and then both teams dropped the next 2. Dropped games 2 and 3, and it seemed like okay, maybe those teams aren't ready, and then the Rangers and Stars just didn't win another game after that, and then the series are over. I wanted to discuss with you guys a stat that I'll discuss. I guess you guys have already heard this discussion, but prior to this year's NHL playoffs, in the last 100-something years of NHL play, I think it's like 108 years of NHL playoffs, there has been 35 players all time, or one player every like 3 years, that have scored 30 points or more in a playoff run. Going into the Stanley Cup Finals, I'm going to give to you the NHL's leading scorers right now. They are all teammates, by the way. Connor McDavid leads current scoring in the playoffs with 31 points. Leon Draisaitl is second with 28, and Evan Bouchard, a defenseman, is third with 27. Bouchard. So a statistic or a thing that has only happened 35 times prior to this year in NHL history is going to happen 3 times with one team. Bouchard obviously just needs 3 points, Draisaitl 2, and then they'll all have achieved that 30-point plateau. Even more interesting about this, because I was digging into some stats on here, Zach Hyman, also an Oilers player, is only 5 goals away from tying the all-time record for goals in a playoff run. And even crazier, Connor McDavid is 5 assists away from tying Wayne Gretzky's record of assists in a playoff run. So they are having an unreal playoff right now offensively. I don't know that I've ever seen anything like this since like the early 90s.
Sheesh.
That pretty much sums it up for them. Defensively, they did step up late in the series as well, so I'll give them some credit on that too. But offensively, they're just a juggernaut.
And Dave was the one that believed.
Hey, McDavid, baby. McJesus. If there's anyone that I think I told you guys I didn't tell you guys, but while you guys were on the show, when I wrote it in the chat, that if there's any team that I would have wanted from Canada to win, it would be any team with McDavid on it, and that'd be the Oilers. I don't want to win this year though, so maybe next year.
Too late to say that.
Didn't I pick Edmonton?
Yes.
Yeah, I did. I was gonna say
Did you? Okay, then I gotta switch that. Then I have you with Stars.
Oh no. I think did you mean the finals, Tim?
Yeah, no. I picked them to win over Dallas.
Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea who he picked.
I go back and look.
I might be on drugs because I know I think I've made several picks where I'm like I didn't want them. I don't know, whatever. It's just that year. I'll take all my losses this year.
That was 100% me with that Islanders pick. Like, I'm like, I didn't pick the Islanders, and Steve like responded to my message. He's like, "Yeah, you did," and I'm like, I don't know why.
No, because I picked the Timberwolves.
No idea.
And I didn't want the fucking Timberwolves. I wanted the Matt, and I'm like, why did I say Timberwolves? I didn't want them. I can't even name anybody on that team. What the fuck do I want them for? So I said, no, but I'll take my loss. Which was fine. I'll just chalk it up to this shitty betting year.
So I guess we'll Stanley Cup preview real quick.
Stanley Cup preview, baby, not including the New York Rangers.
Basically,
and
so no one's allowed to say that.
Part of it all is now I got to deal with traffic for a couple more weeks.
Oh yeah, you do.
And I got to drive by this stupid fucking arena with all the stupid fucking flags and your little construction signs that you can't even put the shit on the big board saying Stanley Cup Finals. No, the little construction signs that say right turn up ahead. No, go Cats. That's what you got going on here.
What is the arena name now? Have they changed the name again recently?
No, it's a Merit Bank. It's actually the nicest.
Who?
That's not what it was last year.
It's not.
This year. A Merit Bank.
I'm saying last year wasn't that.
So it's actually the nicest it's looked in a long time. And if you guys win the cup, don't ever change it. Stop changing the goddamn name.
You
Maybe
mean
it's the
when we win
changing of the
cup?
name.
Maybe.
Now
But
you got to go
more
out
traffic.
and go out on live once they win the cup, and see the pots and pans all throughout Sawgrass Mills.
There's not
Yeah.
no fucking pots and pans over there in Sawgrass Mills where he lives. Stop it.
Steve's gonna be so drunk he won't know what the hell he's doing.
Be lucky if Steve watches the game.
Day
as
ends in a
he's
Y.
gonna be.
He'll
He
be
won't have to watch it. He'll be able to hear it.
so he'll be over his friend throwing
Yeah.
shit. Shut up, you fucking.
Heck yeah. I'm just gonna start chucking rocks over the wall. I'm bound to hit somebody.
Jesus.
Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned that live of the air.
Probably not. Probably not. Random rock thrower in Broward County was arrested today after admitting to his crime live
I
on
actually just
the
saw
internet.
that. Actually, I just saw that.
Good publicity.
No, it's No, in Los Angeles, this homeless guy was throwing rocks onto the highway and almost killed this motorcycle guy. Speaking of throwing rocks, it's dangerous.
Jeez.
Very dangerous.
Very dangerous. Unless it's at a Panthers fan after beating the Rangers. That's okay.
All right, so I'm gonna go back to piggybacking off the stat I gave you guys earlier. So we talked about Aaron Ekblad and Gustav Forsling. They didn't allow a single goal on 5-on-5 to Panarin, Kreider, or Zibanejad while they were on the ice. What's crazier about that is that David Pasternak in the series before against Boston also did not score a goal in 5-on-5 against those two defensemen. And if you want to go back to the first round, Nikita Kucherov did not score a goal in 5-on-5 with those two defensemen on the ice. So they are having a historic defensive run, and it is only fitting that after facing Kucherov, Pasternak, Kreider, Zibanejad, and Panarin, that now they get to face Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl.
Yay.
What an award.
Nothing easy.
Hey, nobody's gonna be able to say that your road to the cup was easy.
Oh, God, no. So, and just to, I'll kind of chime this in and then I'll be done talking about the Stanley Cup and I'll give you my pick with it, which I think I've already made. But we're seeing one of the best defensive performances we've ever seen in the playoffs by the Panthers right now and what they've done on this road to the playoffs. And they just happen to now be facing off against probably the greatest offense of this generation, or at least the greatest offensive player in McDavid. And I still, with that, just don't think the Oilers have enough depth. I'm terrified of Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl and what they can do on the ice, and they have other great players, but they have no depth like the Panthers do. The Panthers are going to roll 4 lines on you all game continuously. Yeah, a part of me honestly wants to say 5, but it's just a matter of goaltending. And with how good Stuart Skinner's been, it wouldn't shock me if they stole an extra game or so. So I'm going to say Panthers, and I'm going to agree with Raul on that one and go 6 games as well. I just think the Panthers, after losing last year, I think that left a bad taste in their mouth, and they have been playing like a real motivated team for a while now. I know in our chats, I've said it numerous times. I thought they were the best team in hockey, and I've been saying it since like January. So I'm sticking with that.
Melo?
Yeah, I guess I'll
13-1 record on the line.
And I plan on going 14-1. That's what it would be. And yeah, I'm going with the Panthers as well. Not just because they are the home team, but I think, they've been playing really, really motivated. And I can tell the difference already from last year's to this year's. It does feel like the Oilers are the Panthers of this year, where they're getting these wins with McDavid just playing out of his mind. He's playing, I feel like, the Kachuk role over there. And I just don't think that's going to be enough for the Panthers. They're stronger than ever. Zito made some great moves in the offseason to get us to that where we don't feel like we have any weaknesses or there's not anyone to sub in, like at the end of last year where we just had a bunch of guys hurt and we just couldn't keep up with the Golden Knights. I think this will be the series that Kachuk will come out and actually be like how he was last year a little bit more and make sure that we get that dub. He made sure no one touched that trophy after we won. So
Yes.
I think we're safe. They touched it last year. You know, it was nice, but no, this year he made sure even management was not touching this trophy. So I like that.
Did you hear what Alexander Barkov said about that? About them touching the trophy?
But
They asked him about touching the trophy, and he said, "No, we didn't touch it." And he said, "Do you know why?" And he said, "Because Paul Maurice told us not to fucking touch it."
I was hearing the GM Zito talk on Pat McAfee's show, and he was like that when they were taking the photo, that Kachuk told that like even all like the execs and everyone like, hey, like come and get in the picture, but don't fucking touch the trophy. Like they made sure that they were near, but they were not touching the trophy.
Did he call him a white bitch?
McAfee did twice.
Yeah. All right, Timmy.
Yeah, who I want and who's going to win is two completely different things. I would love to see Edmonton win this one, but nah. After what I saw from the Panthers, I like them in 7-0. I think we're going to get a fucking awesome 7-game ridiculous series, and that's what I'm hoping for. And I do think the Panthers will win it in 7 games. But
I
go
don't-
Oilers.
I don't think Steve could handle a game 7 in his backyard like that.
I'm not. It's enough already.
An interesting. I'm sorry, I keep interrupting. An interesting stat: the last 6 times that Canadian teams have gone to the finals, dating back to 1994, or dating back to the last time they won, which is 93. So 94. They've lost all of those, obviously, and all but one of them have gone 7 games.
Hey, look at that number, 1994. Weren't we saying something about that earlier?
I did not bring that up for that reason.
About 94?
Did not bring that up for that
yesterday.
reason.
The documentary started yesterday. Watch, Timmy?
No. What? Has he aired already? The 30 for 30, whatever it is?
Yeah, what is it called? No Easy Wins or something like that.
I don't even want to fucking watch it right now.
ESPN did it very smartly though. ESPN put it on starting June 4th, where it would either have led into, keep on choking it, where it would have led into the Rangers going into the Stanley Cup Finals, or
once I got eliminated, it should have been like, all right, let's push this back.
Let's try and help heal New York Ranger fans by
I
watching
don't know if that's gonna help heal.
I have to find it now. I had fucking the Acolyte. I had Who Killed WCW. And I got to find this goddamn thing. Stuff's all over the place.
Who Killed WCW already started too?
Started last night, yeah.
All right, I got to watch that.
All right, focus, Melo.
Dude, we got 2.5 hours left. Relax.
I'm with Timmy, but I'm gonna go with it in 6. I don't need Panthers winning the series. I don't need to be surrounded by Panthers fans. I don't need to.
Steve wants to end in 4, so he didn't have to come back after game 1 and 2.
That's why
I want it to somehow end in 3.
Yeah. So it ends in Steve's backyard. They're just gonna be parading around the little circle of your driveway.
Looks like 83. Melo, why don't you comment on the 83 Oilers?
Melo, can you name more than one player that was on that team?
Wayne Gretzky?
There's one. I said more than one.
Wait, just name a bunch of the 94 Rangers. You're going to hit at least half the Oilers.
I was going to say, you really could just name several of those players, and you're going to land on a few.
All right, so we're a clean sweep here with the Panthers.
Yes.
Yes, gonna get that parade down the Everglades. Yeah, I'm really curious where they're gonna do this parade.
Shouldn't they at least start talking about it? Right? Last year, I get they didn't get to the speaking about it phase, and
it's gonna be in the parking lot. Steve's just gonna be like, "God damn it, God damn it."
It's gonna be going around Sawgrass Mills Circle.
Yeah, past your house. Hey, maybe the couple past your house. You can see the cup live in person. Past your house. You don't know.
Bye.
We'll be watching the news. I mean, there'll be one guy out there with his finger up. Fuck you, cup. Fuck you. With a bottle of whiskey in one hand.
That's me.
And a Rangers hat on.
Timmy, I want to. Well, everybody's gonna hear it, but just an email that I got from the homeowners association today at my place.
Fuck them.
Be cautious around the Big South Lake. Alligator has been spotted.
Yes, they're gonna get you one day. Fucking gators. Listen, I can't.
Actually, they have to notify you of that. You don't realize you live in Florida and there's alligators fucking everywhere.
I think it's just like, hey, be on alert. There's a gator in this lake here.
Listen, I'm gonna shut up. You know why I'm gonna shut up? We're about to get hit with not only 60 billion cicadas. Now we have flying venomous spiders the size of your
what is that?
Your head getting ready to parachute in on us. What is going on?
Where did flying spiders come from?
Flying venomous spiders.
Yeah.
Isn't that how Spider-Man started?
This is a fucking sci-fi network movie. This isn't real. This can't be reality.
It's real.
Or a comic book, one of the two.
Jeez, I know.
It's real.
Hey, if I get bit and I get superpowers, we're all good. But I'll get bit and I'll die. So yeah. Sorry.
Well, I don't recommend getting bitten, but I was just saying.
Yeah.
It does sound like the origin story of a superhero.
I'm more scared of the cicadas, and they don't do anything. They just land on you, and they're gross.
And they die.
Yeah.
They're pretty gross to see, though.
That's
and
worse
they're
than
huge.
hating. Wait a second. That's so much worse than me hating possums.
Possums
No,
will eat these
not.
motherfuckers.
What?
That's my
No,
point.
but what? But they're not going to do anything to you.
You're comparing
Possums aren't gonna do
an
anything to
animal to the most disgusting looking bug you've ever seen.
And a venomous flying spider the size
No,
of your
not
head.
the spider. Not the spider. Not the spider.
It's an insect. There's nothing cute about any insect.
Nothing.
I didn't
Thank
say
you,
it was
Dave.
cute.
Thank you,
Possums are
Dave.
not cute.
Possums eat
Possums
these
are not
motherfuckers.
cute.
Possums are adorable.
They're
They're-
just.
they're-
The
they're little-
PCP
they're little-
possum is cute. I don't know what you're
They're
talking
little
about.
cross-eyed, a little cross-eyed face. Come
Uh,
on.
Tim sent a couple of pictures that one time and had me thinking, like, yeah, okay, maybe I could see this.
Have you seen
know,
the
being-
opposite? I will chuck possums into this lake.
I've seen cicadas, and I haven't seen flying spiders, but I've seen cicadas, and they're disgusting. So no, thank you.
Flying venomous spiders. This is where we are in the world. The fuck is going on?
Anyway, there's a $5,000 fine if you feed alligators. Leave them alone and they'll go home. This is what they tell us.
Yeah, all right. They're,
think
they're
I-
fucking dinosaurs. They're dinosaurs. They'll eat what they want.
Don't leave your dog off the leash. Essentially.
Yes, and by the way, I get the dogs are part of the family. I get it. But if a gator grabs your dog, do not jump into the lake. There it is.
Okay, first of all, it's not the size of your head. That's come on now. That's a finger length. That's a.
Can I tell you something? If
the
I
top of
see
your
one of
pretty
these
big.
things, if I see one of these things parachuting above my head, wow, you're gonna see the fat guy running like you've never seen him run before. I'm gonna look like Lou Costello in the fucking Mummy movie. Phew, haul an ass. Fucking venomous spiders. What the hell's going on in the world?
Where did they
A
come
lot.
from? Are they
don't know.
indigenous to New York? What's going on here?
This is why this show's
No,
3
they're going to be
hours.
arriving in New York
Via parachute, apparently.
Yeah.
via parachute.
Not only gang fights, but now we're gonna have cicadas versus fucking venomous spiders next. That's the next big fight we're gonna have going on here.
Oh shit! All right, let's get to the NBA.
Let's get to the NBA, guys.
Eastern Conference Finals, Western Conference Finals. A couple of more lopsided combos in recent history that I'm aware of. Celtics put a whooping up on the Pacers. Mavs handled the Wolves hell of a lot more easily than I thought it would. That would be. But Melo, we'll start with you on this one. What any takeaways besides the Celtics were the far superior team and the Pacers wasted a victory over the New York Knicks?
Sounds pretty accurate.
I don't know. I was
That's
pretty
bad,
happy how
man.
about that went. So, I mean,
Yeah,
can you tell us
Yeah,
the
you wanna do that?
records of the
Wanna do that now,
NBA?
too?
Just curious about how that
In
went.
the NBA, Melo also leads in the NBA, also at 13-1.
Wow, God,
What was his one loss?
One loss was the Nuggets.
The Nuggets, Timberwolves.
Over the T-Wolves. He
Nuggets.
picked Nuggets.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I think we all lost that one. No,
Nope.
No,
I had
know,
T-Wolves
and
on that one.
Ant was the one with he's the only one that won that one. Ant went 11-3. I went 10-4. So the three of us have the exact same record. That's so weird. In on each side, Timmy in the NBA, oddly enough, better than his NHL at 9-5.
well, I've been riding one team all the way, so I don't, don't matter to me.
That's still only 3 wins, though, Timmy.
I've been riding one team through the whole playoffs, so it's all
That's
right.
a third of his wins.
And I'm riding them again, bitches. Riding them again.
I mean, 26-2 in 2 playoffs. My goodness, I think I need
pretty damn good.
I need some more respect being given around here. This troll nonsense needs to
You're
stop.
the new guy.
Apparently,
The new guys get no respect.
Beginner's luck. Beginner's luck.
No, but both. I mean, I will be honest with you, Timmy. I know, no disrespect to you. I know you're a Celtics fan. Even when they played the Heat, I did not watch any Celtics games. I think all their games have been pretty. They have been fun to watch. I think they've just been better than their competition. That's no knock on them. Like they have a great, a good balanced team. They're getting Porzingis back now for the finals, so it should only be better. But the Mavericks, man, Luka has been out of this world. Him and Kyrie have been working perfectly. That young backcourt has been fantastic. I saw during the Timberwolves during the Timberwolves series, they put a stat up of like every team's like alley oops, and they had like 30 at that point, and the next highest was like 8, and then 7. Like their team, they're just playing really good on all cylinders. The addition of PJ Washington was also really big for them. That just opened up the floor for Kyrie and Luka to just be able to handle the ball and do what they got to do to score, pass it out to the best option.
Ant?
I think this is quite possibly the easiest road to an NBA Finals I've ever seen in my life, what Boston has had to go through. With that said, I know that sounds like I'm hating on them, and I am because I don't like them. I will give you some very interesting stats for Boston.
Timmy doesn't like Boston either. He's a Celtics fan.
That's right.
I don't like either one of them. Sorry, Tim.
No.
Okay.
No there.
No. So the Celtics currently, and I of course lost the stat. I had it pulled up earlier, didn't pull it back up. That's my fault. But it's something along the lines of are averaging the highest win differential in NBA history, if I'm not mistaken, and so far throughout their playoff run, which is impressive, regardless of opponent quality. It is the NBA playoffs. Those are still the teams that they had to play. It's not their fault that the teams they had to play all sucked. I mean, I like I said, I'm trying to be nice while still taking shots at them. So as far as the series goes, I'll give you a couple more stats and then I'll give you my pick. So currently, Luka Doncic is averaging 28.8 points per game, 9.6 rebounds, 8.8 assists. If he is able to hold those numbers, he will be only the third player in NBA history to average 28, 8, and 8 for an entire playoff run. The other two players being LeBron James, who's done it twice, 2015 and 2018, and Nikola Jokic, who did it last year. Those are the only two other players who have ever done a 28, 8, and 8 for an entire playoff run, which is very impressive. Luka's playing out of his mind. The other stat I found very interesting, the Mavericks' typical starting lineup is Luka, Kyrie, Derek Jones, PJ Washington, and Daniel Gafford. When they sub out Daniel Gafford of that lineup and have insert Derek Lively, they have been the best. They have allowed the fewest points per 100 possessions of any team of any lineup currently playing in the NBA playoffs still. So I just thought that was an interesting stat. And one last stat, only two other teams in NBA history have had to win series against 3 50-win opponents leading up to the NBA Finals. Those other two teams are the 1995 Houston Rockets, who of course won the NBA Finals, and the other one is the 2001 Los Angeles Lakers, who also won the NBA Finals. The Dallas Mavericks have done that this year by beating the Clippers, the Thunder, and the Timberwolves. Just a stat, doesn't mean anything. The Celtics should win this series. They are the more talented team. Luka Doncic is head and shoulders the best over anyone, the best player in this series, and I don't think it's close. Offense or no offense, I don't care how anyone takes it, to Jason Tatum, he's not Luka Doncic. And with all that said, I could never pick Boston, so I am still picking the Dallas Mavericks. Even though the Mavericks beat the Heat in the finals once upon a time, I could never pick Boston. They're the Jets of the NBA to me.
But why though?
But a more successful Jets.
But where does the hatred come from though?
The fact that we've played you in the playoffs like a bajillion times over the last 12, 15 years, 20 years, however long it's been now. Jesus.
No, I don't see it.
I see it, and I don't like them.
I don't see it.
All I know is that from the turn of the century, since the 2000 on, the Miami Heat have more championships than the Boston Celtics. Just saying.
That's fine. Doesn't bother me in the least.
Doesn't bother me either, and I hope you guys lose. That's all I got.
Well, we're gonna win in 3 because they're gonna quit after the fucking third meeting.
I will promise you one thing. If there is ever a team that's not quitting, it's a team that has Luka Doncic on it.
Well, now we know Anthony's a little racist because he picked the white guy for the best player in the game.
That's what it is.
I'm joking.
I didn't even pick them to win that series. Sad enough, I picked the Timberwolves.
He's not white anyway. He's fucking foreign, whatever he is. He's not white.
No comment. I'm not reading that one.
Yeah, step into my web. Step into my web.
No, don't feed the troll. Don't feed the troll.
He's like, come on in.
I mean, I think this can't be an easy series for Timmy. We're all assuming that, but his favorite player, Kyrie Irving, is on the Mavericks, so it's a win-win situation for him. Kyrie wins a championship, or the Celtics win a championship.
That was so long ago. That was so many fucking psychotic breakdowns ago. It doesn't matter to me anymore. I don't give a shit about Kyrie.
Can everyone explain to me how Kyrie Irving not being an asshole has gotten him this redemption tour? Like he beat cancer or something? Like what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, but isn't that funny how all of a sudden you're not an asshole and now you can play with people?
now everyone loves him again.
It's like wow, not being an asshole is a good thing. Oh, it is, right? You fucking moron.
Kyrie returning to form. What's he returning from? Being an asshole.
Everyone loves him because he signed his dad to like the first shoe deal. Like his first deal was with his dad. And it's like, man, like now everyone loves Kyrie again. Like what happened? He's the best player, like talented player. I'm like, whoa. Did we forget that? You know, just a couple of years ago we were saying he's all his anti-Semitic comics and stuff like that. Like, what happened here?
No, he stopped saying them. It's all good now. No one cares.
all forgiven. All forgiven now. Everything. It's all good now.
He wins an NBA title, they'll be even more forgiven.
Hey, Kramer wrote a book. Kramer's back.
I didn't say that. Now I gotta go to fucking sensitivity training again.
Training, Timmy. Timmy, go training.
The letters in the mail to him.
No, I understand the road wasn't, was a little easier for this. I get it, but they still dominated, which is all I really care about. Yes, I do like this fucking Dallas team though. I do. I like them a lot. They're a good young team. And again, Luka is phenomenal. I love watching that dude play. He's outstanding watching him play. I can never pick against my team though. I can't do it. Never happened. No matter what I truly believe, I'll never pick them. I do. We're going to get a good series. I'm going to pick the Northeastern Celtics to win in 6 games and bring me a fucking championship that I so deserve this year at least.
Hearing that from a guy who roots for the Yankees and the Celtics feels the two teams with the most championships ever in their respective sports. I don't know, Tim.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
No way, they don't have the most anymore.
Yeah, they do.
Have the most.
No,
I thought they were tied.
Didn't when LeBron won the Mickey Mouse championship, the Lakers go above him?
Mouse championship.
Yeah, it's 18 to 17, isn't it? 18 to 17.
I think so.
I think it's 18 to 17 now.
Because I think Kobe tied it when he beat them that last time.
Don't remind me of that, please.
You see how we talk about sports? Kobe tied it when he beat them. He
He
them.
did.
You know why I hate that series? I'll tell you why I hate that series. I made a bet with a guy. Said because the Celtics won the previous year, I said they're going to win again. He said, no, the Lakers are going to win. I said, no, who made a bet? The bet was if the Lakers won, I had to go see the fucking Karate Kid remake in the theater. And I lost. And I had to sit and watch that piece of shit movie in the movie theater and produce a ticket stub to prove that I saw it. So I'll never forgive Kobe for that.
They both have 17. They're tied. It is 17
Okay.
apiece.
I thought they passed him too at 18.
Yeah, I thought they passed them.
Mm-mm. They were one behind.
So I'll take them in 6. It's going to be a good series, though. I do think so. Celtics, like I said, it was too easy. And every fucking series, their star player got hurt. Whatever. They still dominated the whole season. You know, they got something to prove. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good series. But I'm going to take them in 6.
I just still think Joe Mazzulla is a terrible coach. I'm sorry, but he's just so bad. And if the game is close, I swear to God, he has no idea what he's doing.
I've thought about this. A couple of schools of thought here. Yes, the Celtics have not been tested at all, and I'm kidding about the Knicks, because if the Knicks would have advanced, they would have been without Brunson and without everybody else that was hurt. So Knicks would not have put up much of a fight either. And then
Might
you
have
got
been
Dallas.
less of a fight than the Pacers.
Oh yeah, that's why I wanted to throw it out there. That I was kidding that they wasted. They did waste their spot anyway. Would still like to have at least been there, you know. And then in the West, geez, the Mavs were not expected to go this far. They were counted out in multiple series. The Wolves were too hot for them. First they had to go through the Clippers, like Ant was saying, 3 straight 50-win teams. I think that they're just hot at the right moment, and I also think that the fact that the Celtics haven't had to get up for a game yet might go against them. So I'm going to go with the Mavs in this one.
I think for the Celtics to win, they need Tatum to not just be complacent on his teammates. He can't let Jaylen Brown, Derek White be the guys to carry you there. He needs to show that he is a superstar like he claims to be. He has to make a statement in this series if they want to win.
Yeah, this is not a series where he's going to go out and have a 30% from the field night and they're going to win by 15. This is not that series.
Nope.
All right, those are our picks. We'll see. We got 3 Mavs, 1 Celtics, and a sweep on the Panthers end. So we'll see how Dave can finish this out. Can Dave go 28-2?
Better than the Undertaker.
That's what. Wow.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think Undertaker's 23-2.
Who's the second? Wait, who was the second loss?
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
Oh, duh. Like, who the hell did he lose to?
Tribal
the second
Chief,
time?
come on now.
Yeah. Haven't seen him in
All
a
right.
while. Forgot about him.
Oof.
Sad time for WWE.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it's a sad time
Hey,
for
hey,
WWE.
hey,
Right now,
hey,
AEW is rising, you know.
Stop it. Stop it.
30% attendance. We're on the rise, guys.
I saw Jericho did a TikTok or Instagram live. He was at a concert and he said something about them chanting for him to retire, and he's like, never.
Listen, I know we talk about wrestling now for a minute. Again, I give that dude the ultimate credit for fucking taking what the crowd gives him, because they said, yeah, he took that title like, oh, here he is taking away from the young talent, not putting the young talent over, and he leaned into it, and once again revitalized his character, and he's fucking hysterical again, and a great heel. He just does it every single time.
Yeah.
So good for him.
He's a great mind for the business.
100%. No debating that.
He still looks like my friend Dana, but you know, that's neither here or there.
Did you hear about another AEW star who is having to go on sabbatical because he's so tired from doing 2 shows a month?
Allegedly, here we go. We're gonna go ahead.
I was just throwing that out there.
Well, we'll save for the chat. Save it for
wait,
the
no, because you guys wanted me to save my.
We got 30 minutes.
You guys wanted me to save my.
So what? The next segment?
We got 30 minutes of wrestling talk starting now.
my not so popular topic, and after thinking about it a bit, seeing a couple things online, seeing this gentleman interview, my thoughts have changed on a certain AEW superstar. And yes, he doesn't put on 5-star matches, but his sort of wrestling sort of goes with other greats, and I feel like that's where we have to categorize him. And when we do, he should be an all-time in that category, and that is Jonathan Moxley. I think he needs a little bit more respect on his name.
See you later, guys.
Are you
crazy?
Are you out of your
I'm
mind?
out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to my bathroom break now, guys.
I'm just saying he should have a
Way to
little bit more
clear it out,
respect
Melo.
on his name now. You have to put him in the same category as Foley, as your Terry
Sure.
Funks. You're not putting him with Roman Reigns or CM Punk. None of these guys. He's got to have his own category because of the style of wrestling he has. So that's my 2 cents there.
So is this like this? Is this? I'm hanging with you, Melo. Is this like the steroid era, the steroid wing for baseball?
Yeah, exactly. Just like that. It's just, he's got to have it. You can't put him with your Shawn Michaels, your Stone Colds. He has his own wing with Mick Foley, because you're not putting Mick Foley with Shawn Michaels or Stone Cold or The Rock. But you still remember him as being memorable and, putting on entertaining matches. So,
I'm okay. Whatever.
Anyways,
All right, we still got the hardwood back there. We're done with the NBA Finals, but let's switch over to our first ever WNBA segment.
ooh.
Seeing
Is
as how
this,
I didn't know they were still a league
our
until like last year.
viewership
So.
just tripled. Our viewership
I,
just
I, yeah,
tripled.
I know.
Thank you,
Oh.
Roll. Thank you, Roll.
Oh, now you're officially banned for at least a show because.
I was like, I'm banned.
But what Dave just said proves that he's not a good wrestler. He's a gimmick guy, a la Mick Foley.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
You know what? I will agree with you on that. Then I will not disagree with that.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue that.
I think he loves the business enough to keep doing it and putting his body on the line there. And I've stopped seeing him as like a wrestler. I'm not putting him in that category of Shawn Michaels, Kenny Omega,
Should have never been
Will
putting him in that
Ospreay,
category to
like
begin
none of
with.
those guys. But, I mean,
Guys
still,
on vacation,
No,
things
but
like that.
My problem with him was how he ripped WWE into an asshole when he left, and then comes here and does the same old bullshit. That was my major problem with him.
No, I agree. I completely agree with you there. Like that we talked about it before.
Same
It's
problems with
he's
two
almost the same
organizations.
thing, it's just more
He
blood.
might be the problem.
Speaking of the problem, Melo, what's going on in the WNBA?
They have no fans or money.
Well, I mean,
They've had a nice influx of money this year, and fans. They've been doing good.
Depending on who you're
Yeah, they
looking at, because there's one certain team that has they're averaging about 17,000 fans a game, and
Which
everyone
is a sellout.
and everyone else is averaging about like 8, maybe
100.
9,000 fans, 1,000 fans, and there's this one certain superstar that, well, we don't know if she's a superstar, but rookie that is getting essentially beat up on the floor here by any team that she faces. And the only thing I really want to say about this whole situation with Caitlin Clark is I think Matt Barnes said it, like, where the hell are her teammates? Like, how are you just letting her get pushed around and then you just like casually walk over to pick her up? I understand like Caitlin maybe not doing anything because she has to like put herself to another standard because she's bringing all these eyes and has so many people looking at her. But as a teammate, like, where's your Rempy? Go be an enforcer. Like, you have to have someone on there to like go and get in this other person's face that's just gonna go ahead and bully your star player, your money maker, the reason that more eyes are on the product, that people are coming to watch you. Like
The reason you're not flying commercial anymore.
Exactly. Why you
Come
have
on.
so many more nationally broadcast games like that. I don't understand. And then I haven't seen too many WNBA games, but I know Pat McAfee brought it up that some of the refs are also like not calling these fouls like on her. like they're just letting her get beat
Letting her
up,
go.
and it's like, what are you doing?
let me
People
ask
are
you a question.
watching.
Why are they picking on her? Why? Because she's the new
Because
number one
everyone's
pick and all that.
because
Cool
everyone's
shit.
touting her to be like
The savior.
the savior
Because
of
of
the
the
WNBA.
notoriety she's-
Everyone's
yeah,
watching
exactly.
her. Like they're not giving anyone else notoriety, but unfortunately, she is bringing more eyes to the product. She's getting everyone else exposed. So you should take that as a good thing. Like, okay, like, yes, people are watching because of her, but we have to be the ones that make her stay, like make you stay, because she's not playing every single game. And I lost my train of thought with what the hell I was going to say there.
Oh wait,
All right.
serious question.
Oh,
I
if she ends up getting hurt, like, and then you lose her, like,
Eyes
they
go
have
away.
to also be thinking about this. Like, people are going to stop watching, and then what? Then you're going to be like, oh man, I wonder why attendance is down. I wonder why we're not getting this, why we're getting that. Or if you make, or if you run her out of the league, like that would be horrible for the league.
Okay,
And I don't think
serious
they're seeing the
question.
bigger picture.
Not a Tim question. A serious question. Is this also racially motivated?
So depending on who you ask, because some people have said, oh, this is white privilege, this is pretty privilege, which I didn't even know was a thing up until I started reading more about it. And I think with Caitlin Clark, at least the pretty privilege thing shouldn't be an issue. If it was Cameron Brink, at least for me,
Wow.
I would say absolutely. If that was the star of the league, like, yes, there's your pretty privilege because she's gorgeous.
You said it, not me. You said it, not me.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying that Caitlin Clark's ugly. I think she's an attractive female as well. But I think that just putting that onto her is just not fair. My 2 cents.
As a rookie, just coming in, they were waiting for the first deep three of the season. All eyes on her in that preseason game also. But you get it from the other player standpoint, and Angel Reese is obviously another individual with a big personality, if you will. And she came out and said, Caitlin's not the only one leading the league with 1,000% right. She's not the only one, but she is the major reason. Like Melo, like you said, if she goes down, you could want to send an elbow her way, and like in the NBA, you can afford to do that. In the NHL and all these other sports, you can afford to do that. But in the WNBA, as I see it right now, are these two, Caitlin and Angel, really elevating the league to the point where Timmy knows what's going on.
Exactly.
But
Well,
right?
I'm not saying not to
That's
go
big.
ahead and elbow her, but I'm just saying like maybe there should be some like the teammate should be there to protect her. Like
I'm with you. They wanna get their digs in on this rookie who thinks that she's all that, and the world thinks that she's all that. But they got to keep, if they do something too much, all eyes are going to go away. If she's out for 3 months or 2 months or whatever the case may be,
exactly.
because of an injury that was
And
caused by you.
If the teammates aren't sticking up for her, that's
That's
even worse. Now there's four girls out there basically alone, getting the shit beat out of her. Like you said, you run her out of the league. What are you going to do then? You're going to go back to fucking 300 people in attendance, and no one's going to give a shit. So the teammates better step up.
Timmy, to put it in perspective, if you put Caitlin Clark's jersey sales, just hers, against the NBA's, she's fourth.
Nice, good for her.
Everyone else if you put anyone else's WNBA jersey, they're not even ranked.
If you offered me $1 million, I can tell you what team she played for, but good for her.
Indiana.
Could you tell us? I'm about to say I knew
The
I didn't know the team name. I knew the state.
So word's coming out now that based on that situation with Caitlin Clark and Kennedy Carter, the Chicago Sky have been, I guess they were harassed at their hotel by fans. See how stupid this can get.
Now this is a league I can get on board with. See, this is the kind of shit I can get on board with.
You mean that fans don't like it when people act like a bunch of goons for no reason?
I might buy tickets to the Liberty game.
You're gonna go buy
Let's go,
tickets.
baby. Let's go, baby. I'll get it all. What would you do if like a week from now you see me all libertied up and fucking ready to go?
Don't do it. Don't do it on the night. Don't do it on the night the Indiana Fever are coming to town. Else you're gonna have to take out like a second and third mortgage on your house because them tickets
I
are
want to see
crazy
you with
expensive.
the Statue of Liberty.
Statue of
Like,
One day you can see Simmons live on his Facebook. He's going, "I'm live at the Liberty game." Running around courts. I could probably afford those seats. The WNBA.
Not anymore.
Indiana's in town.
Shaq's sitting courtside now at WNBA games.
you got to get the Liberty tattoo somewhere by like everything else.
Oh my god.
That's rough.
And you got any thoughts on this?
I just think kind of like what you guys have also already said, though, is like if she's bringing that many more eyeballs to the game, my thought process would be if I'm another athlete in the league who's playing relatively well or has had a relatively strong career, I would think you'd want to have your best games against Indiana to garner those eyeballs. Like, you know, like if people are paying extra attention to these games, I would be trying to do something to catch eyeballs too. That's just my thought process on it. And the other thing I think is interesting, it feels like most of the people we've heard say things as far as players in a negative light about her have been newer or rookie players. So players that aren't veterans of the league. I find it very interesting that none of the veterans are saying anything. And I think this would be I think this would be a good time for some of those veterans to kind of step up to the microphone and be like, "Hey, listen, we've been doing this for a while. She's garnering us attention that we weren't getting. Let's take advantage of that, not frown upon it." I think it's stupid. You're garnering all this extra attention, and to act the way that some of these people are acting is childish. It's insane to me that they're gaining all these extra eyeballs and ticket sales, and the arenas are full. Like, are you kidding me? When has the WNBA arena ever been full? Stop. And I'm not talking like, oh, we sold out the lower bowl, but we didn't open the upper bowl. No, they're selling out arenas. Like these are things that the NBA does, not the WNBA. So like, take advantage of that. Like, yeah, we got more eyeballs. I'm gonna go ball out tonight. I want people to, hey, yeah, she's good and all, but look what I can do. Like, come on, it's so silly to me. And I think it's at the end of the day, if she really, really wanted to, because the Nike money's not going nowhere, whether she plays in America or somewhere else. She could very easily go play in one of these European women's leagues and make 3, 4, 5, 10 times as much money. So at the end of the day, if I'm one of these other women in the league, especially some of these veteran players, they need to step up and be like, "Hey, we need to cut the shit. Like, enough." Seriously, it's stupid.
Just don't bring your vape to Russia.
God, no, don't do that.
No.
All right.
I mean, one of them should be lining up to be her, like, I mean, I guess maybe that's what Angel Reese is trying to do, like, be her, like, I saw someone try to compare it, like, to Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, like, who's going to be, maybe that's what it is. Someone's trying to be her Magic Johnson to see who's going to be the one that elevates it.
Angel Reese is a very talented young lady. She's not in the same stratosphere talent-wise as Caitlin Clark, and I don't mean that in any sort of negative or offensive way. It's just the truth. So,
I mean, she has the records for all NCAA D1.
For what?
For points.
Angel Reese does?
No. Caitlin Clark.
Oh, okay. I was about to say Angel Reese is averaging 10 point. Angel Reese is averaging 10 points a game right now in the WNBA. I'm.
Oh,
if a 10 point a game NBA player was making comments about LeBron James or Jason Tatum or Luka Doncic, we would laugh them out of the building. Honestly, we would laugh them out of the building. So I don't know why it's acceptable in this league. That doesn't make any sense to me.
All right, let's stay on the hardwood. Let's bounce back to the men's side of things and talk about the fact that that we're gonna get a new remixed version of the NBA on NBC.
Best fucking song there is.
And it's gonna be great, and it might be the best thing that comes out of the whole deal.
Oh, yeah, but it's not just them though. It's also Amazon.
I know, but
ESPN.
the theme is what we're getting.
Yeah, you gotta add that to our show then.
Yes.
Okay, but now we have the give and take.
Beefier,
You guys know Tess. This guy is
Yes.
amazing. No, he wrote the thing.
I don't know how much of this I can actually play.
I mean, we're an hour 15 in. I think you should be able to play the whole thing. We won't get caught now, right?
Let's watch it twice.
I know that you had a brother.
Oh yeah,
Did
no,
you
he's
see,
not
though?
just my brother. He's also the.
Did you see that I posted the original? And John Tesh was wearing that exact outfit. Did you see when I posted
Yes.
that? That's the
Yes.
exact
You
outfit
never,
he wore.
you never saw that before?
I was dying when I saw. I was like, Jesus Christ, it's awesome.
Basketball.
Listen, that fucking theme. So I said that, but I always say it when basketball was played by men. That, but it's true though. I remember sleeping late on a Saturday. You turn the fucking TV on. That song would hit, and it's always welcome.
12 o'clock game time.
Chicago Bulls versus the New York Knicks. You're like, fuck yeah, I can't wait to watch guys beat the shit out of each other. It's so great.
I would agree completely that theme is on par. Probably not as good, but is on par with some of the NFL ones we have.
Yeah. I'd put it up there.
I agree.
I'm with you.
But
Add it to the show.
we get this theme song, but then we lose inside the NBA. Like it's
With Ahmad Rashad and all that. You want that? You want that back?
Well, then the updated is Shaq and the boys.
Well, it's really Barkley and the boys because he's the one that's going to get the mega payday.
Yeah.
It
I
sounds
was
so.
reading left to right.
I was listening. I know Steve's a regular BS pod listener. They were talking about this the other day. I thought it was interesting that Barkley is going to be dictating if any of these guys go with him or not, depending on what network gets him, because he's the one that's going to generate the biggest payday. And it does sound like Ernie's going to stay at TNT regardless. But I don't know. I'm not as worried about. Like it's a great show. It's enjoyable to watch and all. But like I don't know.
Isn't it
not
strange that
gonna
a
feel
guy
that
who can barely speak English is garnering that kind of attention? It's true.
I will give Charles. I will say that their actual like basketball X's and O's breakdowns are phenomenal on that show. And
he knows his shit. He knows his shit, of course. But
I think you lose something though if you lose any one of those guys though, because like they all kind of play off of each other, and then you have Ernie that kind of keeps them all in check at one point, where like you can't really fill in those shoes.
Yeah,
at least I don't think so.
No, I agree completely.
It's gonna be tough.
I love
There you
that
go,
shit.
Jimmy.
No, basketball.
It's the Celtics versus the Lakers. Like, fuck yeah, I love this shit.
76 billion, 11 years.
Wow.
It's a lot of
Insane.
freaking money.
Wait, how? Say that again.
76 billion with a B.
76 billion.
Yes.
76.
76.
That's how much. That's how much NBC is paying to get it back.
It's NBC, Amazon, and ESPN.
What the fuck?
Yeah, for 11 years.
And to think that's still like less than half as much as the NFL gets for their TV rights deals, which is insane.
Just don't touch Mike Breen. Leave that man alone. It's a national treasure. That man.
Bang!
Bang, the double bang. All right, there's one other thing to talk about in the NBA, and that is the we've heard this on and off the last few weeks, but now JJ Redick to the Lakers is sounding louder than ever. What do you guys take on JJ Redick being a head coach in the NBA? This has long been talked about since really right after he retired.
I don't care anything about the Lakers. Nothing. Not a goddamn thing. I don't care if LeBron's 8 children play with him. I don't care what happens. I couldn't give a shit. No, I don't know. I don't know what his qualifications are. Can he be a head coach? Who say he can be? Does LeBron want him? Because LeBron wants him. That's what LeBron gets.
They did a podcast together.
So it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter if he's
random.
qualified. It doesn't matter if he's qualified then. If LeBron wants him, LeBron's going to get him.
They were never teammates, by the way.
before it was known that LeBron wanted him, and did you think that, just yes or no, did you think that JJ Redick could be a good head coach in the NBA?
Can I go more than just yes or no, or do you want just a yes
Sure.
or no?
Let's
Okay.
avoid all the rules.
The short answer is yes. I think JJ could be a really good coach in the NBA. He's a brilliant NBA mind and basketball mind in general.
And he hates Doc Rivers. Huge plus.
Well, huge plus. No, I think the problem is for a first-time head coach to step into that situation with LeBron. I think it's a career suicide. It's basically what happened to Luke Walton, who I don't think has gotten a head coaching gig since the Lakers, right?
No,
He had- he
I
had
always
a-
thought that was a stupid hire. I thought that was dumb from the beginning.
Thomas.
But I
So-
actually think Redick is
Almost as
I
dumb
think
as
his
hiring
basketball
Isaiah
mind is great.
The only reason I would say that Luke Walton being a decent coach wouldn't have surprised me is because his father is probably one of the greatest basketball minds, which we haven't even
RIP.
said yet on this
RIP.
podcast, but RIP to the legend Bill Walton. But yeah, so it wouldn't have shocked me if Luke was actually a decent coach. Like the wealth of knowledge and understanding of the game that his dad had is just on another stratosphere compared to most. So it wouldn't have shocked me if he was good, but I just think that, him going into, I think a first-time head coach going and taking one of these massive jobs with all that media attention is just career suicide. Because if you're not good, that's just going to stick with you forever.
But you also have to think LeBron's got what, maybe 2 years, let's say. We keep saying that, and it's been like
Right.
15. But
Like Brady.
you also have to, I think like you're saying, it's a tough situation for JJ because essentially the Lakers are going to have to draft Bronny or something to get him on the team. And then you kind of have to deal with that dynamic. Like, what if Bronny's not good? Like, what do you do, JJ? We got to have him out there because it's LeBron and he's our star player? Or do you be a coach and put your foot down and say, hey, Bronny, go and grab D'Angelo Russell some water over there, get him a towel, warm up his seat cushion.
But
The problem is
based
then
on-
you're not
based
a
on
coach.
his-
That's
right.
why it's
But based on his just his back and forth on stuff like First Take and just how he speaks as a commentator, which side do you feel that falls on? I don't think his personality, even though it's LeBron, I don't think it's that he's taking the back seat. Like I don't think he would be afraid to go back at LeBron. From a basketball standpoint.
The problem still comes down to the fact that the ownership of the Lakers, Jeannie Buss, has given LeBron way too much say and power over it's the whole reason he left Miami. Everyone talks about it was this or that. It's like, no, Miami didn't treat him like he was Jesus. Like that's probably not the best comparison, but they didn't treat him like he was like a king or something like that. No pun intended. They treated him like another player on the team. They didn't give him all the special privileges and stuff that he has wanted and received pretty much everywhere else he's been. And I don't think he liked that. And you can it's funny if you ever hear the way he talks about his time with the Heat, because he has never said anything even remotely close to negative about the organization, Eric Spoelstra, or Pat Riley, or anything, even though Pat Riley has taken numerous shots at him over the years. So I think that he has too much power. No player should have that amount of power over a franchise. And I'm not even trying to like shit on him in general, because while I think part of it is his fault, part of it is also these franchises and these owners' faults. Like Dan Gilbert said all this negative shit about him when he left Cleveland. Dan Gilbert, in a way, created this monster, as they would say, because Dan Gilbert's the one who originally gave him all this power in Cleveland his first go around there. They're the ones that let him play GM and pick his teammates and all this other bullshit. So like, it's not a great way to win. However, because of how good he is, it doesn't matter. They'll still win. But I just think it's a bad situation. If I was JJ, it's unfortunate because like you don't have a choice. You kind of have to take it.
Yeah, there's no way he's not gonna.
Well,
not do it.
From a money standpoint, I mean, it's going to be like a 4 or 5 year deal. It's going to pay him between $5 and $8 million a year, I'm sure, and all that money's guaranteed. So even if he lasts 30 games and gets fired, he's getting every penny of that contract regardless. So from a financial standpoint, you take it no matter what. It's just if you ever had true hopes of being a head coach long term, if it doesn't work out or if it crashes and burns dramatically, your career as a coach is over. Think about David Blatt. David Blatt was like one of the most well-recognized European coaches in basketball. Like there are still people today that speak super highly of David Blatt. His tenure in the NBA was so bad he never coached in the NBA again.
It's bad.
I mean,
It's
if you
bad.
think about all the
That's
coaches LeBron has had minus Eric Spoelstra, it's oh my god, I forgot his name. Who's the one coach he had in Cleveland? Well, I guess Ty Lue also has had a career, but there's a lot more coaches if you look at the track record that have coached LeBron and kind of fizzled out and then really never had a career after that. Then there are coaches who have not Mike Woodson. He was an assistant for the Warriors for a while. I think he's the head coach of the Kings now. I can't remember his name to save my life right now. Melo's Googling. I don't know. But even
Brown.
him Mike Brown, thank God.
I know it was a Mike.
I knew it was Mike too. I was kept saying Mike Green.
Both former
Mike
Knicks.
Green.
But the Knicks went through head coaches like it was water too, when they don't have nobody named LeBron over the years.
But how many of those coaches never had a coaching job again?
I don't know.
Probably not
Lenny
many.
Wilkins. I don't know.
Lenny Wilkins was like 80 though. Come on.
Lenny Wilkins. Wow, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
It's a rough stretch.
Hey, so let me ask you a question now, because again, we haven't did a show in a while, and the rumors, of course, that another team to attract LeBron will fucking draft Bronny to try to bring him over to to get him to the team. What are the odds? What do you guys think the odds that could actually happen? That some random Western team that says, "Hey, we're gonna draft this guy to get LeBron to come over to our team for a year or two."
Well, the Lakers have their 17th overall, and that's not where you take them.
That's what I'm saying. You can't if you take Bronny at 17, you flush your franchise down the goddamn toilet.
The sad part about this situation is that he might end up sneaking into the back half of the first round just because of the hope of LeBron. Honestly, it would not shock me in the least bit if a team drafted him. If a team outside of the lottery, and you got to also take into account this is historically lining up to be one of the worst NBA drafts in like the history of the NBA. Mainly because of some of the eligibility rules. It essentially allowed for last year's class to be kind of loaded and for next year's class to be pretty good, but this year's class kind of sucks because of it. Mm-hmm. So it as crazy as it sounds, it's not that crazy that he falls into the back half of the first round. I've said on this show numerous times, I think he can have a good NBA career as like a 6-man role player type thing, as a 3-and-D guy. Even at his size, he just has freakish length and athleticism. He just doesn't have the size, obviously, that his dad has. LeBron's 6'8" and weighs anywhere between 240 and 285, depending on which team you want to believe. But yeah, to take him, in 15, 16, 17, it seems kind of crazy, but it wouldn't shock me. I would not be surprised at all. What odds would I put on it? I would say it's a better than 50% chance he ends up in the back half of the first round.
No, but will LeBron join him is what I'm asking. Will LeBron say, okay, I want to play with my kid before my career's over. The Lakers got to, I'm gone. They end up in fucking wherever. If they knew LeBron was going to do that, who wouldn't stop one of these teams that are like 1 or 2 pieces away saying, hey, we're going to take this kid just because we know LeBron will come over for 2 years, get our championship on.
If LeBron is truly willing to forfeit his NBA contract money and sign like a vet minimum or MLE type deal, and a team has that information in hand, I would almost say that there are teams in the lottery or top 10 that would be willing to draft Bronny that high just to bring Bron in because of what it will do for the franchise. If you're guaranteeing yourself, hey, LeBron's going to come and he's going to sign for practically no money at all, you do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, but it has to be a team that's close. So you can't just have a lottery team saying, "Hey, we're going to get LeBron and his stupid kid, and we're going to win an NBA title."
I don't even know what the order is. Let me pull up the order real quick so I can just look at this.
Oh my goodness,
Dave, what do you think?
Oh, I don't know. Like it's tough because I mean everyone knows he wants to play with Bronny, but then you have scouts saying that Bronny's not. He's not an NBA talent. Like he's not someone you draft. So I don't know if you waste a pick on that. Like, do you take the chance? Do you get LeBron angry? Like, I mean, I'll be honest. If I'm,
you mean like drafting Shabazz Napier in the first round?
Let's not go there, please. We're going to pass on that one. But if I'm one team, there's only one team I can really think of that if I wanted to be petty, I would do it just to test him. And that's just based off some BS that he said a couple years ago. And if I am Anthony's home team, the Orlando Magic, I'm drafting Bronny and trying to see if LeBron James would come to Orlando after he said that he would never be caught dead in Orlando, that he would rather retire.
Testing him.
That's the only team that I'd be like, you know what? What pick does Orlando have? The 20th, whatever. 18th. Oh, I'd be like, oh, the Lakers don't take him? We're taking Bronny at 18. Come on, LeBron.
Yeah, but I'm not even talking about the first round. I'm talking about, later
in
round.
general.
Like they think, okay, LeBron's not going to get drafted. You could any team can sign him at the end of the draft. I'm talking about late rounds just to be a dick. Hey, we have this extra pick here. We're pretty much, we drafted our first couple rounds of guys that we really want. Let's take this kid to see if Daddy comes to play with us for a couple of years. That's what I don't mean first round. Anyone picks this kid in the first round, you flush your franchise down the toilet. I don't care what you say. Any team picks him first round.
See, I think this draft is so bad that I don't think that's.
Yeah, it was like what Anthony said. Like the draft, there's no one in the draft that you're like, oh yeah, this is the guy. Like, there's no Wembys, there's no nothing out there that you're like, this is who we can get.
Still
it's
not
all
a first
reaches.
round pick though.
Put it this way: the guy who's projected to go first overall averaged like 9 points a game in the Euro League.
Hey, isn't that how much Porzingis averaged? Like 11 points?
No, I don't. I'd have to look it up. I know Luka only averaged like 13 or 14 the last year he played in the EuroLeague before he came to America. But the difference with Luka Doncic is that Luka had been playing in the fucking professional men's EuroLeague since he was like 14 years old with grown men. And what's even crazier about that, and I know Bill Simmons talked about this week, and I remember seeing the videos years ago. This kid at 14, 15 years old is going into some of these not great areas in where some of these stadiums are, and at 14 is talking shit to grown men like in the middle of games, like on road games and everything. Like Luka had that whatever you want to call it, he had that from a very young age.
There's a dog in him.
Yeah,
Mark Cuban knew what he was doing.
He should have went first overall in that draft. I said that 2 years before the draft happened. As soon as I heard that there was a 14-year-old playing in the men's Euro League and actually like playing really well, I'm like, he should probably go first overall. Nah, let's go DeAndre Ayton and Trae Young and Marvin Bagley over him. Fuck out of here.
Gotta love
those were the three, right? Wasn't it? It was Ayton, Bagley, and then Trae Young, and then Luka went fourth. Am I right? Or am I missing one? Am I one off? I don't even remember, but I just know that was like one of the worst draft mistakes of all time. And I remember talking to people about that before the draft. I won't get no credit for it, and that's fine. I don't care. But
no,
we'll give you credit for it, Ant. Don't worry.
Luka was third. It was that the Hawks traded with the Mavericks.
That's what it was. The Hawks traded with the Mavericks because they knew Memphis was going to take Jaren Jackson, and the Hawks wanted Trae Young and picked up the extra picks. So instead of taking Trae Young third, they got an extra pick from Dallas. Dallas traded up to 3 to take Luka. Bagley and Ayton were the two that went ahead of him. That's worked out great.
Yeah. Amazing.
Atlanta has to be kicking themselves because they're about to lose.
Atlanta. What about Phoenix? They could have had Devin Booker and Luka. That's a hell of a combo in today's NBA, man. That's a hell of a combo in today's NBA.
I'm not a big Devin Booker fan. He's another Jason Tatum to me.
But even okay, so while I agree with what you're saying about Jason Tatum, you still can't act like Jason Tatum's not a top like 10 player, 12 player in the league.
No, of course not.
So if you have two of those players and one of them is top like 3, you're probably going to be really good.
But you have to hope they can work together. Because look, Kevin Durant, he's a top 10 player too, right? And where are they now?
He's not a top 10 player.
Feel like
I'm sorry to say.
Booker could do really well with one of the top
anymore.
point guards in the league. Jalen Brunson.
Booker's best years just so happened to be when they brought in Chris Paul, an actual point guard. I think him and Luka would have been fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
All right,
just leave it up to the coach to fuck up that series, that finals.
Maybe if they didn't have DeAndre Ayton and had Luka Doncic, it would have been different.
Oh, they believed in DeAndre Ayton and believed and believed and believed. Hey, he was good in fantasy.
Sold him for a
Fantasy
bag of
basketball.
peanuts.
Double machine.
Oh, he's a great fantasy basketball player. That's nice.
Yeah, little bonus points for your double.
Hey, I really like drafting Corey Hart back in the day in fantasy baseball. Doesn't mean he was a great player.
Just
Corey Hart. Jonathan Lucroy?
Hey, watch it. He was like #1 fantasy catcher for a couple of years.
He was. And then he batted 170.
And then he died.
All right. That's NBA talk. We're good, I think. Covered everything in the NBA. Let's switch to a subject that we like to talk about a lot, and that's gambling. Gambling continues to make headlines in the world of sports. We now have a lifetime ban in baseball from gambling.
Another one.
I don't have the guy. Another one, right?
I don't have the guy's name because no one knows who he is.
Nobody knows his name, but he didn't win.
Marciano,
he did not win.
Marcia Sipo Tutu Pupu from
Yeah, didn't he bet like 26 times on his team?
Here, hold on. I actually have these stats.
Marcia,
one of my friends.
Yeah,
that's a lot harder to
wild.
That's a lot harder to do something than the over-unders that the NBA was doing.
Here you go.
He was saying, "Oh, hey, over/under on me is 6.5 points. Oh, I got 6 points. I got a cramp. I'm out of the game."
Total amount of money bet on baseball through his account, $150,000. Total money bet on Major League Baseball games was $87,300. The average amount per bet was about $378. He had 231 bets on MLB games. 25 of those bets were for the Pirates, who he was a member of their active roster at the time, but he was on the injured list. They did clarify that. He was on the injured list for every one of the games he bet on. But his win rate, he only won 4.3% of his bets. He was terrible.
I feel like we do better than that. I feel like we're better than that.
He won 0 of those
4%. 4%.
They shouldn't have banned us. We were going to ban you, but since you suck at this,
Major League Baseball was like, actually, we're getting a cut on this, so you're basically playing for free. This is fine.
You're injured, not playing, and you can't bet for shit. We'll leave you alone. But he's also a utility infielder, so it gives a shit.
Well, apparently there's also 5 other guys, right, that they're looking at?
Supposedly. No names have been released yet.
Look, I think didn't this stemmed like the initial investigation, the Ohtani thing was not just Ohtani. It was a broader investigation, and they said there were a lot of lower level names.
Yeah,
I do have the names. The other 4 players.
Oh, yeah. They did get released.
The Washington Post released them. It says the other 4 players:
How much?
Athletics pitcher Michael Kelly, Philadelphia Phillies minor league infielder Jose Rodriguez, Padres minor league pitcher Jay Groom, and Arizona Diamondbacks minor league pitcher Andrew Saalfrank.
This is so stupid. Just don't bet on your own fucking sport. I mean, if you're an NFL player, you can't bet at all. But if you're a baseball player, or basketball, or hockey, or any other sport, you can bet on other sports. Just don't bet on yours, and they pretty much leave you alone.
I mean, just don't do what Jonte Porter did in the NBA.
Oh my God!
Like that's what I was talking about. The over/unders on point totals, and
then it was
you would get sick in the middle of the game.
But not only that, but then it was like the payout. Like it was, I think they were saying like whatever DraftKings or whatever FanDuel, like that hit was like the most out of anything they were getting per the day. Like
it was the biggest hit of the days. Yeah, it was the biggest payout of the day.
Huge red flag. Why are people putting $20K on this guy to hit under 3 threes or whatever it was?
It wasn't even just that. They were parlaying it. They were parlaying his like points under, assists under, 3 points made under, and just raking money on it. By the way, those people who they're being able to prove got that information are going to jail. So have fun with that one.
There was one video where they have him like catching a ball and he just like chucks up this 3 and he banks it in. and he's walking back, and you just see him
He's
like
pissed.
upset, like I'm about to have my leg broken.
Those guys who had the alternate line are gonna kill me.
Those goons, man, the goons. The one game, one of the parlays, and he asked out of the game because of a stomach virus.
He had another one. It was a migraine. Another one he asked out for a migraine. It was multiple games. It was ridiculous.
Amazing. Moral of the story: just follow the rules of your league, please.
And obviously, look at this, what is Marcano, whatever. Like, he's on the team, and he can't even get them right. Like, maybe just don't gamble if you're not good at it, or you just
think
no
about
one's good at it.
Think about that of a player playing for the Pirates and not realizing how bad they were and betting on them to win games. No, I think the turnaround starts today, guys. I got you guys today. $378 on the Pirates over today, guys. Come on, don't let me down.
If I had the money and the know-how, I would start. I think they all should do it. There should be a betting company for sports players, so they regulate what they play, what sports they they can't bet your own sport. Fine, this way there's a record of absolutely everything, and these guys can do what they got to do. They're going to do it no matter what.
Part of them legalizing all this stuff, though, is that all of these sports organizations have access to their personal data, as far as like who's making these bets and stuff like that. Which is how a lot of this stuff gets found out.
Right.
So it's just stupid. It's just stupid. I will say one more thing on the betting. One more thing, and it's not related to baseball or someone getting caught doing something that is technically illegal. But has anyone seen any of the videos online about WNBA betting?
No.
Oh my God. Okay. Apparently, and I don't have the information, so don't, and maybe this information is incorrect, so please don't. And I'm sorry for even bringing this up, but I have to bring it up when I heard it. Apparently, there are Twitter accounts or X accounts, whatever they're fucking called now, and possibly a website or two that have figured out the methodology of tracking some of these women's cycles and use that information to bet on WNBA games. And the reason that they are able to do so is because of the injury reports that the WNBA puts out and the listings of the injury reports. It doesn't specifically say that that's why they're injured, but if you look at the reasoning, they're saying that that's how they track them, and they basically figure out what the pattern is, and they use that in their WNBA betting. And apparently there are people that are raking up on it, just sharing information. Don't shoot the messenger.
Where do we get that?
Where do we
get that? I'm
Steve,
okay.
So Steve, I'm sure some light Googling would lead you where you want to go.
All right.
The Crimson Wave. Time to bet.
But apparently there are some serious sports bettors out there that are making very solid money off doing this. Just sharing information.
Must be a real heavy flow of money.
I blame all of this on the NFL and them trying to bring a team to Vegas, because that's what everyone was trying to keep us from.
Right.
There was no gambling before. Now we have the Raiders in Vegas. Everyone thinks gambling's okay. We have DraftKings, all this nonsense.
No, the Golden Knights were in Vegas first.
We petitioned for Hard Rock Bet, Dave. Come on. What do you got in Georgia?
I don't know. I haven't really.
I think it's still illegal in Georgia, isn't it?
Oh,
I don't think you can sports gamble in Georgia.
Went backwards in life, bro.
Let's see, sports.
It's kind of like how I moved. It's kind of like how I moved to Florida, and Tennessee legalized sports gambling like 2 months after I moved, and then it took Florida another like 4 years.
Look
and the back and forth with the courts and this and that.
The state does not have land-based casinos, nor does it permit an online state lottery.
They don't even do the lottery?
Georgia. An online lottery. They do regular lottery.
Okay.
Yeah, any kind of sports betting is illegal in Georgia. So I am back to
how far away from Florida?
Betting online off seas or anything. Yeah,
at all.
No. How far are you from the Florida border?
MyBookie.ag. No, don't use that.
If let me check. I'm not far from.
Yeah, you can still use the one that I originally gave you.
I don't know what
that one does still work. I've used that one before.
All right, Melo, you look that up, and we're gonna get a little bit of football.
Love it.
Little NFL stuff here.
Can't bet in South Carolina either.
Well,
I'm like
South
20
Carolina,
minutes
I
from
would.
South Carolina.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's.
Where
I
are
wouldn't-
you in Georgia?
I wouldn't have
Augusta.
assumed. Let's keep keep a safety, man. Look, they just harassed the Chicago Sky's bus. They couldn't get off the bus. They said. That's how you know you made it, ladies. That's how you know you made it.
Welcome to the real sports world.
You guys asked for it. You got real fans.
Real fans, soccer fans. That's great. All right, let's get into some talk here. Some contract extensions happen in the wide receiver world this week, and middle part last week, into this week. And kick us off with some of these contracts. One of your boys got one.
Nick Bosa?
Yes, he did. Jalen Waddle. No, Justin
Did Bosa
Jefferson
switch
is
to wide receiver. And get a
no,
contract?
he's still overpaid. Justin Jefferson, now the highest paid non-quarterback in football, 4-year, $140 million extension. That's the key there. It's an extension. It is not a brand new contract. It's an add-on to his 5th-year option, which doesn't want to open up right now for some reason. Essentially, he will make he will make 70. What was the number? I think it was $78 million over the next 2 years in cash, not in cap money, but in actual cash in hand, and will make $98 million over the next 3 years. Cash in hand money. So that's the actual money of that contract. But the way that contract is written, they technically could get out of it before the 2028 season if they really wanted to. But being Justin Jefferson will only be 28 years old at that point in time, I don't think that's going to happen.
Ridiculous. JJ to JJ.
It's
Flipping nuts.
other receivers. I guess I could just go over all the ones that have received contracts this offseason. It's basically everyone. But the other one that Steve was referring to is Jalen Waddle. He signed an extension last week. 3 years, 80 some odd million. It averages out to $28.25 million a year, putting him as the 5th highest paid receiver in the NFL, just ahead of Devontae Adams and just below his teammate Tyreek Hill, who's at 30 on average. Although there are rumors that Tyreek Hill wants a new contract, but there are also rumors that Tyreek Hill has said that he doesn't want to break the bank. So depending on who you want to believe
And
what
still
you
got to
want.
pay your boy Tua.
So I'm glad we brought this up.
A skinny Tua. Brand new Tua. New Oos.
He looks very different. He looks like a Moana character now.
Moana 2 trailer dropped last week.
I found it very interesting that they paid Waddle, and rumors are that they are actually close on an extension for Javon Holland as well, young safety. But they have not paid Tua yet. Just find that interesting. Just sharing information.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe those Dak Tua trade rumors will be coming back. Who knows? I don't know. It's very odd to me that they haven't paid him yet.
Funny enough, it's two teams that kind of are going to be dealing with the same thing, because now CD is going to also want a new contract.
Not even close to the same thing.
What do you mean not even close to the same thing?
CeeDee Lamb is on his rookie contract. He's making pennies. Tyreek Hill is making $30 million this year.
Yeah, but if Tyreek Hill almost was
so
close to
so we don't have to pay Micah Parsons. So
who are you going to? I'm saying, like, you have the deal of the quarterback and the wide receiver, probably both wanting to get paid on both ends.
Right. And Dak will be $5 to $10 million higher than Tua. And Micah Parsons will pass Justin Jefferson's contract for the highest paid non-quarterback. And
So
that's before you, and that's not even mentioning the fact that CeeDee Lamb is probably going to get somewhere between AJ Brown and Justin Jefferson, so 32 to 35 a year. Flat out, Dallas can't pay all three of them, right. And there are growing rumors that they're gonna not pay any of them. We'll see what happens there.
Zeke, more money than
Some purpose.
they need to.
Yeah, I don't know what their plan is, but the fact that they've waited this long and dragged their feet on the Lamb and Parsons contracts, like okay, like the Dak one, if their plan is to move on from Dak, then that's fine. They probably should have planned it a little better because as of right now, if they just let Dak's contract expire at the end of the season, I think he counts for like $80 million against their cap next year. And he won't even play for them. That's in 2025, excuse me. So I don't know what planning on doing. Trey Lance is also a free agent at the end of the season. So I have no idea what their plan is. It doesn't make any sense right now.
They did not overstate it, I think that through.
We've seen a lot out of him.
Did you,
Dallas jersey.
I think Farace, did we mention it? The most disgusting rumor I've ever heard in my life.
Which one?
I don't even want to repeat it, but I guess I will. Just to see Dave's reaction, I'll have to repeat it.
Okay.
Again, one of these New York sports shows, which I'm not going to give them any credit as far as which one it was, has predicted that next year, after the Giants have a disastrous season, we'll be bringing in Bill Parcells and Dak Prescott as our quarterback next year.
I think you meant Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick.
I
Hey,
didn't think Bill Parcells is coming.
I wouldn't be Parcells. I wouldn't be surprised with him either. Who knows? We'll bring them all back.
Parcells, man.
No, Belichick and Dak as the quarterback is what this guy is predicting for the Giants next year.
Was that before or after he saw that dime out of dimes today?
No, what?
You
No,
mean the same one we saw. The same one we saw last year.
Excuse me, Dave. I was speaking to Timmy.
New guys, man, they just don't know when it's time to chime in. This is terrible. What's interesting about that Dak Belichick thing is, so I listened to like 6 different football podcasts, and I've had it brought up on 3 of them that Belichick and Dak are supposedly angling to be a package deal somewhere next offseason. And all 3 of those shows with 3 different people all listed the Giants as the prime destination.
Stop it.
Why is that a team? Why is that? How did that happen?
So they're just giving up on Dable like
one of the most hard-nosed coaches versus one of the softest quarterbacks.
New York media, Dable's gone. Dable's a sitting duck. He's gone.
Dable's gone.
Why?
Yep. That's just what New York fucking does. They're a miserable bunch of fucks.
He literally he paid Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones needs to give half of his purse to fucking Dable.
So
Dayball is the reason they resigned him. So yeah, I guess so.
Did you want him gone?
Dayball encouraged them to do that. So
Allegedly.
No matter what improvements the
No,
Giants
it's
create. Again, I'm not
record.
saying the Giants are going to be a fucking phenomenal team this year, but they've improved dramatically. Every New York media has picked them to finish dead last, worse than the Redskins, whatever the hell they're calling themselves these days.
that I
Worse-
don't see.
They are. Giants are going to be the worst team in the NFC East. That's what they're predicting.
I
And
can
they're
see
predicting Dallas is only going to win like 4 games, and 2 of them will probably be against the Giants.
Nah.
Eagles are going to run away with the division by 6 games. There's some of them are saying.
I see
Easily.
that since they got a stud of a running back. now.
Barkley.
Which, by the way, since
6
we're on
weeks.
that, fuck Nick Sirianni too.
I saw that.
Fuck that fat.
I know where you're going with that.
I was gonna bring it up if Dave did.
Yeah, we got their best players. I know
He was
Dexter
great.
Lawrence is still here.
Daniel Jones is still here.
we got our guys. I'm good. I'm gonna stop eating these goldfish because I'm gonna make myself sick.
What? I don't expect the Giants to be like world beaters or anything this year. I do agree with what Tim said, though. The roster is vastly improved between adding Brian Burns, shoring up. We can't say shoring up till we see him play, but they've added pieces along the offensive line that make you think that the offensive line should be improved. I'm confused. Is that segment warning? That we got to finish this segment in 6 minutes, and then go on to the next one.
We didn't talk golf yet. What are you talking about?
Yeah, right. We have to go.
14-year-old phenom?
We have to go back to wrestling too.
We can't talk about anyone at 14 years old after 11 o'clock. No.
But he's gonna be playing in the next tournament. That's where you're gonna
Unless you're
finish
Luka
it. 14
Doncic
goals.
playing in the EuroLeague
Can't
against
talk
grown
about
men.
kids this time. Right.
It's not a sport anyway. A 14-year-old can play because it's not a sport. It's a game. It's like a video game.
Oh,
Same
I
thing as
like
a video
it.
game.
I like that take. I like
Same
that take, Tim.
It's the same thing as a video game.
And focus.
That's a good take. You got to give Tim his credit. That was a good take.
That was very good.
Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, the Giants. Yeah, no, I don't expect them to, be like Super Bowl contenders or anything, but I do agree with what Tim said. The roster is vastly improved. Adding a player like Brian Burns to play across from Kayvon Thibodeau and next to, or a couple people over from a monster like Dexter Lawrence, that's a huge add. I'm sorry?
It's a problem in a good way.
Oh, for other people. Yes,
Yeah.
correct. I agree.
I'm going to start sharing.
Why is that a problem?
I don't want to bomb you guys with all this shit, but I'm going to start sharing what the New York media is. Like I said, they shit on. I'm not taking a shot at the Mets, but they shit on the Mets way too early. They're still shit. The Yankees are in first fucking place. Rizzo sucks. This guy.
Aren't the Mets like on a tear right now too?
They're pulling out all the guys who suck.
Stop saying things.
I was being serious.
I will say that since Dave did this last year too. Since Dave sent that little thing, I think Lindor was batting like 160 or 157 or something like that. And since then, he's up to 235. He's hitting home runs every day. It's the Melo effect. I like it.
But again, what does New York media say? He's a failure. He was a horrible signing. They're saying not worth the money. This, and it's like, what the fuck do you people want? Like, what do you want? I don't understand. Alonso's. If you sign Alonso, you shut your team back 5 years. Let him go. I mean, it's like, why are you into this? If you're the New York media, you should be supporting your team, not shitting on them every chance you get. But that's all they do is they shit on every one of these teams.
And then they complain. Then they complain when the teams, whether it be the Mets, Yankees, Giants, and they don't want to go on their shows.
Oh, was it Carton? Oh, the Jets are going to be the greatest team in the league this year because of they have the most talented roster and they're going to have a healthy Aaron Rodgers. The next day, Aaron Rodgers limped. Jets are winning 3 fucking games. Jets are winning 3 games. The Jets fucking suck. The Bills are going to win that division. It's like, dude, you guys got to stop. Stop.
On a serious note on the Aaron Rodgers thing, did anyone see the video of him actually going through throwing motion in like some of their practices?
I seen the one where he was limping. Yeah. And they had a heart attack.
I saw one. It was broken down on Twitter by a Twitter doctor. Who knows if he's an actual doctor or not? I have no idea. But he did point out some interesting things. If you watch his foot, specifically the foot where he tore his Achilles. If you watch his foot, when he goes to throw the ball, usually you want your quarterbacks to be up kind of on their toes, a little bit when they go to throw. If you watch, his toes are actually completely off the ground and he's completely on his heel. And what they were saying is it has something to do with the way the tendon heals, that it causes the foot to kind of pull the other way. That seems bad for a 41-year-old quarterback who wasn't moving great before he tore his Achilles.
But again, it hasn't even been a year yet. It hasn't even been a year yet. And now you got me defending Aaron fucking Rodgers. But it hasn't.
You don't have to do that. You could just say they're the Jets and they're going to suck.
That's true, but it hasn't been a year yet. Like you said, 41-year-old, not a year yet. You got to give the guy a break.
You can't give the guy a break, Timmy, because the organization and him were saying that, if we make it to the playoffs, I'm playing. So why shouldn't he be ready all these months later?
He's limping and can't even throw a ball without putting his heel down. Like, it looks really
weird. If it wasn't McAfee at week after week, I'm going to play. Oh, well, the plan was, and then they start backtracking on it. If they hadn't have done all that, then I would completely agree. He's over 40, Achilles, but you guys opened up your mouths and said that he was going to be ready if they somehow made the playoffs.
McAfee is the only one that I'll watch now.
I do like McAfee.
And I know you hate it, but and Michael K. He's truthful at least. The rest of them all want ratings, and I said with the Lindor thing too. Lindor, I miss winning. Bum bum bum. Lindor hates New York, wants to leave, get traded. I was like, that's not what he fucking said. I don't want to defend Francisco Lindor, but you got me doing it. Stop.
Players are allowed to say they don't like losing, and it doesn't mean they hate their team. It just means they want to win.
He wants out. It was a horrible signing.
What if he would have said? It's New York. If he would have said the food, it would have been even worse.
Yeah. I hate New York pizza.
Moved him out.
I hate New York pizza. Lindor trading to Pittsburgh. It's like that's it. It's over.
No, go to Detroit with your old buddy.
I mean, luckily he didn't say anything worse, because then the Mets would have probably just cut him like they did this other kid.
Oh, come on.
Oh yeah, he was good.
Throwing his glove into the stands. Come on.
Yeah, he was real
Although
good.
it's-
They really
that's-
lost
you
the real
want that passion
talent
out of your
there.
players.
Throwing
they're
your
upset.
glove into the stands.
Yeah, you
How
want the
old is he,
passion of the players
12?
that they care.
I was 10 and I did that and I got benched. So I would expect him to something happen as
My
a
fault.
grown man making
My
$1 million
fault
a year.
would have dragged me back on the field and beat me on the mound if I did that.
My coach was a close friend of mine's father, and he dragged me off the field when I did that. Like literally by the collar, like, what the fuck are you doing?
It was a very cool souvenir, though. You get a Major League Baseball club. The guys were
Well, one of the moms caught it and they gave it back to me, so no one got to keep it. Sorry, dude.
autographed it.
You laid that one up for me. I just had to take it.
I sure enough did. Anything else on? You see where we got all the way to Francisco Lindor and this douchebag throwing his glove into the stand
And
from
then getting cut.
wide receiver contact extensions.
That's what happens. That's what happens.
That's why we can't have a 90-minute show.
Now Brandon Ayuk is next. Just saying, Brandon Ayuk is next. That's all we're gonna say.
The big rumor there is that the Steelers and Niners supposedly have a deal in place, and that Brandon Ayuk is going to be a Pittsburgh Steeler here before long.
What about
or Deebo Samuel?
I heard they're trading Deebo, not Ayuk. I heard, but
Honestly,
I think
considering they
either
just paid McCaffrey, I'm not sure they're going to be able to pay very many more people here. So who knows? Maybe they
Yeah,
might
it
trade
felt
both of
like
them.
as soon as they did that extension with McCaffrey, that Ayuk was out the door.
I
That's
don't
kinda
know
what I
why. I get it early on in his career, but even every year it feels like there's trade rumors for surrounding him. I get it, the construction of the roster, and somebody's got to be out, but
Yeah, and you got to keep your star quarterback.
That's right. Who they're going to have to pay pretty soon. Can't wait.
I mean, he's really getting nickels. He's not getting anything.
He actually made, I think, more money from the the NFL performance pool than he did in actual salary.
still on his Mr. Irrelevant contract.
Yeah.
That guy's still sleeping on someone's couch right now. Let's be real.
Can someone explain to me why they extended? Like, Christian McCaffrey is great. I'm not saying he isn't. He's hands down the best running back in football.
Reset the market, baby.
Why is he making 20% more than any other running back?
Because he's the best.
I don't care.
league.
I'm happy now. I'm happy.
He's 20. He'll be turning 29 soon. He's about to fall off a cliff.
I don't care. Barkley got beat out.
Actually, I lied. He's about to turn 28. I'm wrong.
Allegedly.
Oh wait, shit. He turns 28 on Friday.
Oh, happy early birthday, CMC.
That's yeah, there it is.
The one Niner I can get behind. Actually, that's not true. I really like Brandon Ayuk too.
Well,
See, I don't like Ayuk.
we have four.
Oh, I love watching him play football. He's so good.
I feel like he's like a slightly
Glenn
better
Fred Warner.
Torrey Smith.
Do you watch football?
Oh
Yes,
wow!
like I
was
feel
rough.
he either disappears or he's there.
Torrey
Like,
Smith?
yeah.
Disappears? You mean when they just stop throwing him the ball?
Oh yeah, that's what it is, right?
Yeah, it is. Look at his production on the amount of targets he gets. It's stupid. Go look at it. I won't even. You look it up for yourself. You let me know what you think. He's the best receiver on that team, and it's not close.
Bring it up again in hour 3, and then we'll figure that out.
I'll have it all pulled up by then. We can go over it in detail.
Let's see what he did in the Super Bowl. I'm just curious. Oh, 3 receptions for 49 yards, and your leading receiver was the.
How many
running
targets
back.
did he have? How many targets did he have?
I don't know. It doesn't tell me.
Gotcha. So it does tell you, and he had 4. Got it.
No, I looked it up on Google, so it's not giving me all the stats.
So it's just those. It's that little snapshot of the few stats.
I'll look it up though. Calm down.
All right, as you're looking it
worry.
up, we're not gonna do a wheel this week.
That's this.
Right. I have found a random category. I found
6 targets.
3 catches, 6 targets, 47 yards.
Listen,
but
my contract states there must be a wheel.
I
Deebo
wasn't
Samuel
prepared for
had
the wheel.
3 catches for 30 yards on 11 targets, in case you were wondering, Melo.
I'm looking at it now.
He's like, I see it.
Okay, got it.
That's what happens when you're number 1. You know.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you suck. And you're hurt the whole year, every year. You have one healthy year, you get paid a bajillion dollars, and the team spends the next 4 years trying to trade you. What a world!
Jennings had 4 receptions, 42 yards. I'd rather have him than Ayuk. He had a touchdown.
And this is why you're here with us, not running an NFL team.
Just happenstance. Happens.
Yeah, he's not. It's not even close. He was
Situation.
fucking all pro this year. There's like 6 receivers every year that make all pro. He was one of them. Tell me how bad he is.
I mean, let's look at the playoffs, right? So
He had 1,342 yards on 105 targets. I guarantee you that's the lowest amount of targets. The lowest amount of targets by an all-pro receiver in probably over a decade.
Well, see, here's where my look at that. The last game against Detroit, 3 receptions, 68 yards. Okay, that's Torrey Smith numbers. You don't get a lot of production, but when you do, you get a lot of yards. Against Green Bay, he had 3 receptions, 32 yards. Like, come on, that number 1 numbers.
I can't believe I'm about to pull up Torrey Smith numbers right now just so I can prove a point.
Still talking Torrey Smith.
Torrey Smith's a champion.
Listen, we can't talk about Torrey Smith after 11:29. Oh, look at that, 11:29.
That's it.
I will say one thing about Torrey Smith. He had 1,000-yard season and never again passed over 855 yards. Brandon Ayuk has done that in 2 of his 4 years as a professional athlete. Mind you, while never having more than 114 targets in a season.
Steve, your game was.
All right. So there's this podcast out there. It's called the Makeshift Project. So they do a lot of lists and either this or that. And that's actually kind of where I almost sort of kind of grabbed the wheel idea from. But they do these off the wall things now too, where best places to live in 2020, best states to live in 2024. And they guess what the list is. The one that I want to try next week, I didn't have time to set it up this week, but the one I want to try next week is it's a list. I'm not going to tell you what the list is. It's all random, whatever. And the 4 of us can do it. I don't have to be excluded just because I know the idea. But you guys are going to rank whatever we decide to do next week based on your own specifications. So if I give you if we do actresses, I'll give you an act or celebrities. It could be Martha Stewart, Scarlett Johansson. Just name random celebrities, and you list Gwyneth Paltrow. You listed in. You make up your own ranking. So is it based on looks? Is it based on actor ability? Is it based on whatever? So you guys pick on whatever the ranking is actually going to be for yourself. So Timmy will rank it 1 through 5. And then at the end, Timmy's going to tell us how he ranked it. Was it looks? Was it percentage of body fat? Was it, car that they drive? I'll send you some. That they get pretty fun. Okay. One that they did. This is not a crazy thing. Last week you missed one, Melo. We did states that we'd like to travel to. Is that what we did?
I think it was not travel to.
Not travel to. That's because we had to be like that. We had to be douchebags.
The Midwest.
No, I want to go to the Midwest.
Yeah, Timmy wanted to go.
I'm all about Wyoming and Montana.
Isn't that like the Northwest?
I want to live in Eric.
Upper Midwest.
I was thinking like Kansas, Oklahoma.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere. There's a tornado.
Arkansas.
Oh, yeah, we said no.
You just named like the bottom of all of our lists just then.
No tornado. Yeah.
We all like, yep, don't want to go there. I think it was like Oklahoma, Arkansas, Alabama. Those were like the 3 lowest ranked ones by all of us. Like
Missouri.
All right, so the 3 of you, the task is, and usually it's just one person just on the spot. So the 3 of you, the task is to name the top 10. Well, I don't know how we'll do it. However you guys want to do it, because they don't do more than 2 people. Top 10 most fast food obsessed countries in 2024. You already know what number 1 is.
So we're naming countries.
America.
America.
Yeah.
America's the number 1.
America. Fuck yeah.
They just start throwing out guesses. What do you, at number 1 is the United States. Number
So do-
1.
Food
Canada.
obsessed countries.
Got to be number 1 at something.
What's the criteria for obsessed?
Probably based on what, like how many fast food
Based on
joints
how
they
much
have.
money was.
So we
how
can
much
safely
money
say
was spent.
Ethiopia is not making the top 10.
Probably not.
Jesus. Oh man, Tim.
Not going to be there.
Tim, there's now a second letter in the mail for your sensitivity training.
I'll fight that one. I'll fight. Do they have food? No. There. I stated fact. I stated a fact.
Well, Tim. Technically, depending on how we define obsessed, they could be number 2 then.
That's true. That's true. They're obsessed with finding the food.
It
not eating
surveys
the
in,
food.
God, that's
in
terrible. We're
how
all going to hell.
how often the residents eat fast food.
Oh, yeah, Ethiopia 0.
Yeah,
So Canada.
I don't see. Canada is not in the top 10.
Not in the top 10.
They're
No, they-
surprisingly fit.
Date fucking Tim Hortons 24/7
Isn't that fast food?
and maple syrup.
Well, you sit down and a waiter comes to take your order, so I don't think it's
Fresh-
fast food.
Fresh from a tree. They just suck right up the maple syrup right out of the tree and watch hockey in Degrassi Junior High. That's all the Canadian I know.
You see what happens when you go extended shows, and now I'm asking these questions at 11:30 at night. Your brain's not working the way.
Let's go with it's not gonna be Italy. It's gonna be something stupid.
I'm gonna say China.
Oh wait, I should play the chime every time you get one right. Yeah. Go back to the United States. Say the United States again.
United States.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going with China.
Yeah, you going with China?
China.
Yeah.
China.
China comes in at number 9.
China.
Japan.
Japan's a good one.
Ooh, Japan, not even.
What about France?
Japan's not even in the top 20.
Really?
The French fries, Ant?
France? Hey.
France comes in at number 3.
Wow.
Wow. Higher than I would have thought, even though I guessed that.
Right now, you got the
Germany?
United States at 1. You got
They
France
like-
at 3.
They like their
You
late
got
Big
China
Macs.
at 9. Who said?
don't
Somebody
think-
said Germany.
Yeah, Germany.
No.
God damn, I'm
I
over
don't
3.
I don't think they're on there.
See, I kept myself from saving a very.
Ooh,
insensitive
what about Saudi Arabia?
No.
Saudi Arabia? No.
Saudi Arabia is not there. Not on
India? India?
Food there? They have the,
No,
they have the plague. Top 10 plague
India
Is
is
it
country.
not on
India?
the list.
India's not on the list either. Okay,
You
Let's
think
do-
India has a McDonald's?
they do.
India?
We do.
Yeah,
I'd be terrified.
But-
But mostly
I think there's less countries without McDonald's than there is with.
that is true. I picked the wrong one.
Little hint. You guys pick one of our neighbors.
Mexico.
Oh, Mexico. That's surprising.
Mexico
Yeah.
comes in at number 6.
How do they
Taco
try
Bell,
to
bro.
eat fast food with all the cartels and shit running around down there.
Cartel.
That's what I was wondering.
UK.
The UK.
Where are they?
Number
There
2.
too. Wow.
I'm shocked on that.
Now you guys have United
So
States
as
at
Americans, we come by it honestly, is what you're saying.
1. Yes. United Kingdom at number 2. France at 3. Mexico 6. China at 9.
Russia?
The rest are going to be a little tough. Russia's in the top 20, but not the top 10.
Is it something dumb like
Israel.
Uzbekistan?
No.
Oh.
Mm-mm. No Uzbekistan.
Are they all real countries?
They're all very real
Latveria?
countries.
Dr. Doom's country of Latveria?
Latveria.
I know he likes him. I know he likes
They're
him some
number
fucking
5.
Pizza
They're
Hut.
number
You-
5.
Everybody that you're picking is all these other countries are in the top are 11 through 20. I heard Italy, they're at 11. India is 13. Russia's 14. Japan is 17. Canada 19. Germany 20.
And Israel.
No,
No.
they're not even
ranked.
top 20. They're not there.
They all got bombed. They're all gone.
They're all not.
Amsterdam.
I need a buzzer.
I
Netherlands.
wonder if India #1 is like McDonald's and #2 is like monkey brains. I wonder if that's It's getting late. I'm gonna get more and more offensive. Just want you to know.
It's Australia. Is Australia on there?
No, Australia's #12, but
Okay.
New Zealand.
there's another country
New
that
Zealand.
sounds very similar to that.
Oh, Austria.
Yeah, Austria.
Arnold's
They come in at-
homeland.
Oh, no.
They come in at #5.
Okay. Really?
We still don't have 4.
I don't remember seeing any. Oh no, there was a McDonald's.
You don't have a 4. You don't have 7, 8.
Switzerland. No.
Spain?
The IHOP.
Spain.
No Spain.
Spain? There was a ton of fast food places there. There was a ton of good food places there too that weren't fast food.
That's
I will say
funny.
though,
There
their
you go.
Burger King burgers don't taste anything like fast food burgers do here.
Yeah,
I think
I'm gonna
they use
want a
real
Whopper
beef
now.
there.
Stop it. I want a Whopper now. Now.
Double
Five.
Steve, would you agree that the quality of the Whopper has diminished over the last 10 to 12 years?
I don't know.
They've gotten
It has.
smaller.
They're
The
really
quick
good.
answer
Has
is
fallen
yes.
off. Their
They're
nuggets are
smaller.
not the same.
No.
Wendy's burgers are
We're not.
still
No,
really good.
stop it. Stop. See, this is how we get to 4 hours. What other countries we got?
That's what we were trying to do.
We,
What
we
happened?
can talk fast food places next week. God damn it. Put it on the fucking wheel.
I was told we still had 51 minutes left in the
That's
show,
right.
at least.
We haven't gotten to wrestling. We haven't gotten to tennis. Come on.
I put the
And
kibosh
after-
in tennis.
And after
Poland?
12, the filter comes off.
That's right.
All right, guy. I got faith in you.
Welcome to Unsportsmanlike Conduct After Hours.
After a late
After
night.
dark.
All right, one of them. I'll give you some hints here. One of them is a north-south country.
Korea.
It's got to be
South
south.
Korea?
I'm
Gotta
hoping
be
it's south.
baby. South Korea.
I'm about
comes in
to
number
say
7.
North Korea, they're starving, so it can't be North Korea.
Yeah. I don't see Kim Jong Un rolling up fucking Pizza Hut or something like that.
Domino's, baby.
Well, I don't know. I could see him rolling
left.
up there. I don't know about any other people, though.
You have 3 left. You have number 4. You have number 8 and number 10.
How do we not see
Thailand.
number 4 yet?
I don't believe it's Portugal, but I'm going to say Portugal.
Portugal's number 16.
Oh, wow. They're in the top 20. Okay.
Ireland?
Oh, that's a good guess.
Negative.
Scotland?
Scotland? Yeah. Tim and I were on the same wavelength on that one.
Iceland. I'm going all the lands.
None of
Iceland.
that. None of the lands.
Greenland.
One, there's one. There's one country that
Fantasyland.
there's one country that's spelled
Disneyland.
differently than what New York pizza is covered with.
What?
New York pizza is covered with. Some people
Cheese?
pat it down.
Greece.
Yes, Greece. Greece is number 8.
I couldn't figure out what he was trying to say.
I was like, sauce?
Cheese? Cheese? What? What country's called cheese? I've never heard of this place.
This country, there's
Are
also
any
a very popular snack that has this
You got to be more specific.
similarity there.
This
It's
country
a
is a
snack
popular
and
snack.
this. No, not it's not a popular snack in this country. It's a popular snack, but the country's name goes with the snack, and the
Kit Kat.
snack also has no. The snack is also it's in the water, and it goes like this, swims around.
Sweden. Sweden.
Yes,
Swedish fish.
I get the best clues ever.
That was not a good clue.
All right, you need one. What do you mean? That was great. Timmy got
It's
it out
not a
of
good clue. Say their flag is blue or something. I don't know. That was terrible.
All right, number 10.
This is the last one.
This is the last one. Do I give a clue?
So what countries have Morocco?
Negative.
Egypt.
That's a good guess.
That is a great guess. It's not correct.
South Africa.
Dubai
Dubai. Is Dubai a country?
or Arab Emirates.
Qatar.
No. No.
Iraq.
Starts with. I give you? It starts with a letter. It starts with a letter
Which
N. And then Nancy.
Which continent is it on?
No. I can't do that
Antarctica.
because I gave you. I
Antarctica. He was really enunciating the N there.
gave a
Alaska. That's a state.
New York. New York starts with N. New York.
I'm just yelling out names now.
Sacramento.
It starts with an N.
Starts with an
Nigeria?
N.
Nigeria.
No.
Did I say
Or
it's not
Dakota?
Norway, right?
Norway.
Norway?
Yeah, or Norway. There it is.
I thought Melo
Damn.
said Norway like 20 minutes ago.
I thought
No.
it was like Norway. I thought I said it.
I thought he
Did
did
you?
too.
I
think he
missed
did.
it then. Was it like during a flurry of countries?
I think
Probably.
we've all been thrown out, you know.
So it's your fault.
All
the
right.
show went
You
longer.
guys didn't miss any in the end. You guys got all 1 through 20.
We're so good.
You guys are overachievers. Overachievers. You see, I make you guys use the brain machine at this time. You guys got me going on this 2.5 hour show. But I think we covered it all. No? I think we're there. I feel like my signal's
Good
going
show
out.
back.
Melo, his first show back. All right, let's do round robin, round table. Timmy, what you got on the way out here?
Oh, real
Before-
quick.
Everyone has to read a chapter from their favorite book as part of round robin.
I'm going to show you a little piece of cool memorabilia. 1978. I don't know if my father lost a bet. My father, the Dodger fan, lost a bet to my uncle, the Yankee fan. He had to buy him this. Pretty cool,
Oh
right?
wow!
1978 Yankees are all
That
on
was really
there.
cool.
So
All caricatures too. That's
I love
awesome.
that.
And
Very cool.
my
That's
uncle,
really cool.
My uncle passed away last week, and this is now mine. He left it to me.
Yes.
He gave it to me. He said,
Oh,
I'm the only person that could have it. So I just wanted to show it off real quick. I'm very excited about it.
That's really cool. Not gonna lie.
It is. It's pretty fun. And I have to be careful because, like, literally, this frame is fucking 50 years old almost. Well, 40
Fragile.
years old. So
Fragile.
and that's it. That's all I want to say. It's awesome. I'm happy. So go Yankees.
You still have 15 minutes allotted for your round robin, Tim.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. I'll pass. I'll save him for next week.
Coming for you
I'll
guys.
pass the rest of my time.
What is it?
I'm
Like in the Senate?
I
Give up
will
the
say
rest
I'm
of my
happy.
time?
I'm happy the four of us are back together. That's what I'll say. I'll get all mushy on us.
The band is back. Melo, what you got on your first day back? First round robin on the way out.
oh no, feels good to be back. I'm happy doing this. Love it. I guess I will say this. Giancarlo Stanton is back, baby, like AEW. Yeah, you know you're cheering for him, Tim. He's getting
Giancarlo
bombed.
Stanton wishes he could do 30% attendance.
I'm not saying a word. I'm not going to say a word. I'm
You don't
enjoying.
want to be like the New York media. I get you.
I'm enjoying the ride. I will say maybe he got LASIK or something. That's all I'll say.
He's not afraid of the ball anymore.
There's not too many low and outside swing and misses this year, so maybe he's like, oh, maybe I should stop swinging at that pitch. Yeah, you should. Stupid.
Lay off, baby.
But I will say, funny enough, before we came on today, I was on Instagram and I was going through my feed and I think it was Bleacher Report, this guy from the Pirates, probably his name's
Oh,
Peavsy.
yeah. He's
Then he
a
struck
beast.
out Ohtani like in 3 pitches, and then I scroll down and the next slide, oh, Ohtani home run off of the same guy, and I'm like,
Oh, he did.
wow,
I didn't see that. Okay,
it's just Ohtani news,
dude. Otani looked
but nothing about his
completely
gambling anymore,
overmatched
right?
on that strikeout.
No, they found the guilty gamblers. They did not Otani. It's the other people.
I don't know. He's been
Of course
cleared.
not.
It was the quadruple A players that did it.
Yeah, it was another Japanese guy that
Are you trying to say they all
sounded
look like
and
Melo?
looked like Ohtani.
We don't say that here.
I'm just asking. I'm going to clarify.
Or else he's going to
Clarify
send
what
you a
he's saying.
letter
Timmy's looking at the time. Make it.
I was,
See,
I was making sure it wasn't after 12.
if this is possible. This is okay. All right. Ant, what you got?
So for my round robin, I'm going to read the warranty notice for my new headphones in all 15 languages it comes in. No, I don't know if I remember. I don't remember if I sent this in the chat or not. But I wanted to ask a question of you three before we left. If you were given a chance to distribute 5 championships over all of the teams that you root for over the next 5 years, you can distribute them however you want. If you decide that one of your teams is going to win 5 times, then they win 5 times. How would you distribute them? 5 championships, all the teams you root for, you can distribute them however you want, but it's only 5. You can double up, triple up. Like I said, you can give one team all 5. You can give one team none if you choose. It's up to you. But it's 5 championships over all of the teams.
Can you go same year? Like I could have every team win this year. Does that count?
The years are irrelevant. Just say over the next 5 years, you have 5 championships to distribute amongst your teams. How would you distribute them?
Two Mets, one Giants, one.
Whoa,
One
one
Giants,
at a
one
time.
Knicks.
One at a time. One at a time. Can't hear all 3
One
of you.
Giants, one Knicks, one Rangers, 2 Mets.
2 Mets. Wow, I would think why not 2 Knicks?
One Knicks.
I would do 1 Giants just because I want them to get that championship within the decade.
No Niners championships for you, Melo? We're passing on those this time.
So many teams to,
I know that's why I figured this would be the toughest question for you.
I feel like Anthony added a segment with his on the way out.
I would do no such thing as a round robin.
He wants to make it to 12 to see what I say.
I'm stalling as long as I can, Tim.
I got 2 Rangers, and then 1 for the rest of them. I need
Which
that
is the
cup.
Yankees,
Giants.
Celtics, and
Celtics might as well win this year, and then I'll take a Ranger. Yeah, I need 2
Celtics,
Rangers
Rangers.
cups, so a Yankees
and
a
Giants.
Giant.
Okay.
I need 2 cups to wash this taste out of my mouth. 30 years worth.
I'd do one Giants, 1 Yankees.
1 Marlins.
You know what? I thought about it, but you know what? I don't want to give that piece of shit organization right now ownership. The fact that they won a championship.
Say it louder.
I'm with you, Melo.
Like I would want the Marlins to win, but because of the ownership, I don't want them to win shit. I'm gonna count the Panthers on this one, and then I'll close out with the Heat. Actually, no, I'm lying. I'm gonna throw in 1 Heat and 1 University of Miami championship.
Oh, we're going college?
I should have specified professional. If you want to do the UM one, we could, for Steve's sake of keeping this under 4.5 hours, I will allow it. But I would prefer you
Allow
not go. So the way I did this, so similar to Melo, I do have multiple teams in some sports. So I said I would do 1 Nashville Predators, 1 Florida Panthers, nothing for the Marlins because fuck them. 2 Miami Dolphins and 1 Miami Heat. And I'm doing 2 for the Dolphins because I would like to see them win something in my fucking lifetime.
It's been a while for them.
I don't want to
way
see
before
Dak
I was
title.
born.
Don't make that trade then.
Make the trade.
Don't make the trade. I don't want to see Dak win the title.
I don't care who the quarterback is if we win. I'll be honest with you.
Just take to it. Let do it.
If they win with him, I will be more than happy to be. Hey, we won. That's fine with me. I'm okay being wrong on that one. I've said that before about them, but yeah.
So now that you got us all excited that our teams are going to win titles over the next 5 years.
So I did find the weight loss thing very interesting. So they said he lost 15 pounds. He's down to 220. What's crazy about that is that means he was at 235. At the combine, he weighed 215. And to further the combine thing, he weighed 215 at the combine, coming off of a massive hip injury where he wasn't working out regularly. So he was actually up probably from his playing weight. his was severely injured, like he had nerve damage and shit.
I think I might too.
Well, it's possible.
You don't know me. You don't know this.
You're also a little bit older than he is, though.
Tool was
No
eating
offense.
that,
Slightly.
having that rice and beans.
I
You know, can I just say that that's one of the
There's croquetas.
the weird things about growing up and getting old is that now you got these punk ass 20-year-old kids making all this money, doing all this shit, and I'm 41 years old with I was walking today and my hip started hurting. This is
So
like,
you got these TikTok fuckers making millions of dollars, and yeah, I stubbed my toe and it still hurts 3 weeks later.
Speaking of TikTok fuckers, there's a new documentary I think called Dancing with the Devil. Wild shit. It's about these two sisters who were TikTok dancers, and one got more involved with the church and became a cult, and it was this huge cult with this famous Asian cult leader that had done, I guess, the same thing in China at one point, and then he was here, and he's basically the leader of the church, and he created a management group to manage these kids and their dances and stuff like that. But it became a cult where they were not allowed to see their families anymore. It's pretty good.
What platform is it on?
Netflix.
I hate it. I hate influencers. I hate
that one. And hey, we're influencers right now, Timmy.
Yeah, we got to see how much longer TikTok is around.
No, I mean the ones that get like, when we start getting free shit, then I'll shut up. Like there's one girl. She's always on Instagram, and she like.
Oh yeah, they send her all the shit.
Like I love Star Wars. Now she gets to go to the parks for free. She gets all the merchandise for free. All the stuff. I'm like, you little.
Well, how about that the girl with the wrestling that I sent you guys, where she doesn't know nothing about it. She's trying to watch it from a certain point, and then the Undertaker responds to her TikTok.
Yeah, now she's gonna get ringside tickets to WrestleMania this year. And
Timmy,
all
how many episodes of Just Too Sweet Show have you done? This girl went on TikTok to say, it's amazing how the crowd went nuts over the ding. The ding, she says.
The
ding. And then after the Undertaker responded, she apologized and she said it was a gong. She realized the error.
But we do. I mean, some of us get free stuff on the site. You know, movie screenings and things like that. Just happens that you're yours.
You still get those in Augusta, Georgia?
I do not, because there's
okay, got it.
A movie theater company that I've never heard of in my life.
I was gonna say
one Regal. There's no AMC like 20 miles from me.
Speaking of movies, the other documentary I enjoyed because of the stupidity of it was the Ashley Madison.
I don't watch that one either.
Also on Netflix.
What's Ashley Madison?
The cheating website.
So I couldn't remember exactly what it was either, but yeah, it's basically people go on there, sign up for a profile and cheat, and their data got exposed. And at the time they had 37 million subscribers, and not only did they have like their name, their information, but they also in the leak got all of their fetishes. So all this stuff. Just kink, leather, this, that. Also. So when the breach happened, the people who did the breach said you got 30 days or we're releasing all the shit. And like I can't even. Number one, if you're gonna cheat, don't register on a website. Don't do that. Don't put your credit card information.
But not with your correct information.
Yeah. I don't know, but it's nuts. It is
I'd be Steve Farace from Plantation. Like I would have
exactly. Exactly. All right, coming up. Over the next few weeks, we have.
I thought you were going to say coming up on the next segment.
No.
Coming up on the midnight hour, we do our top 25 songs.
Twisters. We're gonna have contests out in Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, and Austin, Texas.
That's a 40X movie without a doubt. That's definitely a 40x movie.
Yes.
I'm gonna get soaked in that movie.
Do the seats spin a full 360? Because
No,
if
but
not, it
it's
doesn't
cows.
feel worth it.
But
No,
here's the
John
thing,
We need the ride back in Universal.
it's
Yes.
just wind
Cows.
and rain for fucking 2 hours. It's gonna be awesome.
Bring a poncho.
Despicable Me 4. We're gonna have that in Miami and Tampa and in Orlando. And then what do we got here? Oh, look at this. Inside Out 2. Inside Out 2. We'll have that for Dallas, Houston so far. Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, and Austin.
Do you get anything
Those
in
are-
Atlanta?
Yes, quite often actually. That's why I asked you. But you're like 2.5 hours away. You said
Yeah, I'm two good hours away from Atlanta.
you're not driving 4
Is
hours
that
for a
2
screening?
hours
gotta be a
minus
hell
the
of a-
traffic?
No, that's
'Cause
like,
the traffic's easally an extra 45 minutes.
what does it
depends
say
what
on
movie we're
MapQuest?
talking.
Dave, I expect some.
MapQuest.
I expect some wrestling pilgrimages. You're down south, baby. You gotta go. Fuck up
Shouldn't
the
there be
south-
some? Yeah.
Southern wrestlers stuff, you know.
Funny enough, I have come across. I just haven't gone to it yet, just because the day that they were doing it, I think I was working, or I was working overnight the next day. Savannah River Brewing Company partners, and I think it's like every Thursday they do, or every second Thursday of the month, or some crap like that. They have like a wrestling show. So I'm looking to go
Nice.
one of these days that I'm free on a Thursday.
Go make friends, and we'll put them on the show.
We
Get a
gotta
partner.
gotta bring it back though. I was gonna ask you, when is just too sweet coming back?
I'm ready. I'm waiting for somebody else. I ain't gonna mention his name. I ain't gonna mention it. You know who it is.
I did reach out to that person. I haven't gotten a response. I reached out when you said reach out. I reached out. And
He's all
nothing.
fucked. He is all fucked up.
Had
He's-
nothing.
No, he's all right. No. He had that thing with his face that he was all beat up and bloodied. And
he's
He's
always
already-
had the thing with the face.
he's getting there now. Oh, I didn't say that. You did. No, we're trying to get back because all the new shows are on and all the biographies are starting and Who Kills WCW is on and
AEW's on the rebound.
So
we got a
we
lot
got
of things
we
going
got
on.
Dave. When do you want to go on? Me and you can go on anytime you want.
This is a backstage conversation. This is the time.
Wait.
The show.
Did
No,
you hear?
midnight, bitches.
We made it.
Wait,
Did you
made
hear
it.
that-
Let me
Did you
tell
hear
you a joke about the
WWE?
black, can I tell you about the joke about the black midget and the hooker. Let me go.
No, did you hear that WWE apparently has applied for a new copyright on WCW World Championship Wrestling?
Oh God.
No,
Just throwing that out there.
interesting.
I thought it was interesting too, especially with their
New
newfound
invasion.
partnership with TNA.
It's Sting.
I mean, if we get Joe Hendry in WWE, I'll be happy.
All right, we'll talk about it off the air then, Dave. But I'm ready when you are. You tell me when you're ready. You tell me when you want to go. I'm ready.
All right. Well, I've been catching up little by little with everything. So
There's a lot to talk about anyway. Tons of shit to talk about.
All right, we went a solid 2:38 today, slightly above the 90 minutes I requested. But
just wait till we get 2 episodes from now. How long we're gonna last then?
I'll
I
stay
was
on.
waiting for Melo to make a Francisco Lindor joke there, but he didn't.
I'll stay on until I go to work. Right now, I'll stay on until I go to work.
all right, listen, that does it for us this week. This is episode 98. We're coming up on 100 soon.
Party? Having a party.
A 90-minute party. That's what we're gonna do. By
Is
then,
that
we'll
after the show? After the show, we'll do the 90-minute party.
yeah, all right. That does it for us this week. We did have to make up for 3 weeks being out. We keep you updated on everything going on in the Pop Culture Pros group, whether it be screenings, sports, shenanigans, bullshit. We keep you covered. All right. Peace out, everybody. Next week. Barkley's there, and it pissed me off.
What?
I was
I was like, what happened?
I was doing my
I
dance.
stopped it.
And
I
you
got
brought me back
annoyed,
in.
but now I got to play it again, and now I gotta watch
Accident at first.
It's time to update that anyway with our faces in there too. You got to
There
update.
it is. Here we go.
Oh, we should do.
What was that? It?
This is why we're going on so long.
Full house style. Should do a full house style with the song and everything.
We absolutely should. Yeah, absolutely. All right, done.